Hello. Hello. Oh my God. I'm not used to the latency being this low. Man, low latency mode is really helping me out. I just saw your message that said, hello, Glimpse of Good. That's probably the fastest I've ever seen it. Normally, YouTube has me on a 30-second stream delay, but I just learned today how to fix that shit. So we're out here. We're winning. We're thinning. We're doing some spooky shit. Look at this boy. Where's my faithful companion? My faithful companion. The boy. Look at him. He thinks I was just eating some shit. Oh, I'm not reading H.P. Lovecraft. Why does it say that? Oh, that's crazy. I'm lying to you. Now reading you know, fuck it. Now reading chat. That's a good way to put it. Now reading chat. Okay. The banner's a little bit fucked up, but you know, what can you do? What can you do? Center horizontally, that's what I want to do. There we go. Now reading chat. But you know what time it is. It's almost Halloween. And by that I mean it's the night before Halloween. When things get extra spooky. Then you get scared, thinking about how, depending on your age, you're either going to eat way too much candy tomorrow, or you're going to black out at a party. Personally, I will be doing the latter. Because my friend is hosting a Halloween party tomorrow. And Halloween, believe it or not, it's on a fucking Friday. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Halloween's on a Friday. Friday Halloween. Can you believe it? He can't believe it. He does not give a shit either. He A, can't believe it. B, he does not give a singular shit about this. But hello, Glimpse of Good. I think I acknowledge your chat message. I don't think I ever actually said hello to you, so hello. Hello, you fucking freak. Alright, let's see if we can't do this. I'm going to try to get a nice little local video going. We're going to see if we can't do this. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's loud. Oh, that's very loud. Let's turn that down a little. Let's turn that down a little. There's our ambience. Oh dear, it's, oh no, oh, sorry, that's covering literally everything. Oh, there's my book, where am I? There I am. we in this shit, we in Silent Hill. Motherfucker, there are no hoes here, we in Silent Hill. You finna die. But I figure we can kick things off as we normally do. I have downloaded a couple little short horror games to play tonight. So I figure why not, before I get into the nerdy reading, before I get into the nerd shit, the reading, how about we take a little bit of time and we get into Halloween night. Or one Halloween night. It's a new little itch.io horror game that came out recently that I've been pretty impressed with. I've seen some good stuff about it. It seems pretty fun. So we're gonna give it a go. I'm gonna get spooked. Gonna get freaky. We're gonna get freaky, okay? Whether you want to or not, okay? We are getting freaky, okay? You came to the stream, my brother. Oh. Oh, okay, we're good. Sorry, I saw that there was like a really long copying process going on. And I was like, oh, fuck, did I just download a Trojan? No, we're good. The only Trojans I'm downloading are Trojan Magnums from my Magnum dong. Oh, display capture 2, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. I want the void. Hold on. Let's move. I don't know what the fuck I just moved. But I moved something, that's for sure. There's your live bub reaction. We'll make him a little bit smaller. I can't click on a goddamn thing. No, that's not it. There we go. Live bub reaction. We've moved it. After much struggle, we have moved it. And you can see the boy. You can even see him. Look at him. Look at that reaction. Okay. This is what's known as a highly engaged participant in the stream. Okay. Look at the way he has his little foot perfectly over his little nose. Okay. That's a good cat. That's a good fucking cat. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, we don't have the we don't have the background music anymore, so it's just my voice. Is that creepy? Is that freaking you out? Is that freaking you out? Is it freaking you out to have just my voice and nothing else? Is that a little freaky? Oh, Windows Defender is trying to protect my PC. No way. Thanks, Windows. You're the best. I don't know if you guys heard this, but Windows actually... Oh, that's kind of spooky. Why is it, why it be doing that? Why it not be 1080? What the hell? But we got it set up now. We've got it one Halloween night. Just the singular night, just the one night. This ain't no 5 nights at Freddy's. We don't have the budget for that. We got the budget for exactly one night. That was unnecessarily loud. That was, I don't know why that was so loud. But here we go. Yes, the classic Halloween tale. It's Halloween night, and you've got the house to yourself. Your grandmother had a sudden injury, and your parents thought it was best to spend a night with her, just to be safe. This was written by someone who English is their second language. I can tell. As you're 14 now. Yeah, who the fuck speaks like that, who's English first language? As you're 14 now, your parents kept you home for the night to manage the trick-or-treating. Who the fuck talks like that? Ain't no one talking like that, okay? You're whack as shit if you talk like that, okay? You're whack. Just after your parents left home. Sorry, I'm adjusting the arms of my chair. It's very important for me to be comfortable while I stream, or I will crash out. But just after your parents left home, you bought a small box of candy and prepared for the evening. I hope you heard my Red Bull opening. This is actually a dual stream. This is ASMR as well. They should only be gone for the night, and everything should run smooth. Bitch, you're handing out candy to children. What the fuck do you mean everything should run smoothly? This hoe... Oh, it's the Metal Gear phone. Colonel! Oh, pick up? Oh, is this like a text-based fucking game? Okay, honey. You know what? It's fine. We'll give the mom the Colonel's voice from Metal Gear. Okay, honey. We'll be at Grandma's overnight. Doctor said it's nothing to worry about, but suggested we stay with her for the night. Yeah, I got that candy, by the way. Oh, good. Just remember, to clean the yard if the kids leave wrappers everywhere. You know how it gets. Yeah, okay. Love you. ... Oh, and don't freak yourself out if you hear anything strange downstairs. That old water pump has been acting up recently. It sometimes makes some struggling noises. What the fuck? What do you mean the water tank makes some struggling noises? What do you mean? Yeah, the water tanker, it sounds like someone's struggling. It sounds like someone we've chained up in the basement. Don't worry about it. Okay? You're going to think about worrying about it, but don't worry about it. Okay? It's going to make some struggling noises. But don't worry. Whatever you do, don't worry about it. Do not worry. It just struggles. If it starts up, just go down and give it a smack. That should temporarily stop the noise. Got it. Love you. Love you too, honey. Phone. ... But who was phone? But who was phone? Well, hold on. But who was phone? Who was phone? Why? But who was phone? Why the fuck is there a character named Phone who just goes ... WASD, interact or proceed. Why is this game so formal? That's kind of funny. It's got the proceed. Okay. Well, it seems to be getting late. I should probably get set up. The candy for the bowl should be in my bedroom, if I remember correctly. Yeah, why was the candy in the bedroom? I wonder why the candy was in the bedroom. That's awful funny. That's a funny place to put candy. Put candy in the bedroom? Why would you have your candy there? Unless you're trying to hold out on these children. Oh my God, my sensitivity. Daily news. Breaking news. That's it. That's it. That's the whole headline. Why is the atmosphere so fucking crispy? What kind of fucking HVAC noises are these? What's wrong with this house? Bathroom. Bedroom? Oh, this must be my parents' room. That's why there's 2 alarm clocks, because they don't love each other. Okay, because my parents are trapped in a loveless marriage. Is this my bedroom? Is this a laundry room on the 2nd floor? Man, you Americans, you got some whack-ass houses here. Ah, yes, the bedroom. Oh, he's got one of those, like, little candy, or not candy, the little, like, aqua lava lamp things. Is that the candy? Yeah, we got the candy. Is there no sprint button? Is there no sprint button? Figure there should be a sprint button. It's fine. The game wants me to walk everywhere. It's all about... Oh, this is the front door. Throw box into fill. Okay, cool. Cool. Nothing too good this year. Ah, this fucking ad. This is grump. Just some small candies, ... Well, they were good enough for me to eat half the box. I hope the kids don't mind. I feel like watching some TV while I wait for the night to start. Shouldn't be too long. All right, so we'll go watch some TV in this fuck-ass home. Yeah, why do they have, like, the weirdest what is with the front hallway? And this kitchen window, why? Is this like a load-bearing window? All right, TV. Where the fuck is the TV? Is the TV in the living room? There's the TV. They've got a fucking fireplace. These are rich people, man. No signal. Space. Oh, now it's not left click. Now it's space. You're fucking with me, man. 7:40 p.m. I'm going to turn the master volume up. Okay, or not. Or I'm just going to turn this up. I'm going to turn the game volume up. Whoa. Sounds like the trick-or-treaters are here. Much later than I expected. Maybe a short night after all. Well, I better answer the door. Why do I have such sensual jazz playing? Dude, those trick-or-treaters, they're going to come to the door. They're going to think I'm trying to fuck them. They're going to say, they're going to say trick-or-treat, and I'm going to say, Pingus. Happy Halloween. What a great costume. How did you manage to get that on your head? Just give me the candy. I'm too old for this. Right, I'll go grab it. Fuck you. Bam. Oh. Why the fuck are there like flashing lights at the neighbor's place? It's fucking... It's fine. We're just chilling. We're gonna go back to the smooth jazz. Okay. Whoa. I take it back. Maybe this game is just weirdly loud sometimes. Ooh, creepy. Trick or treat. Happy Halloween. What a great costume. Quite scary, actually. Dude, the way this game is written is so fucking goofy. I'll go grab your candy. Thanks. I don't know why I'm making everyone talk like Solid Snake, but it's a fun bit. I'm enjoying it. There we go. You just fucking throw the candy at people. Cool. Just hanging out, you know. Can I go outside? No. Of course not. Oh, what is this like weird lean drifting that I'm doing? I'm like, dude, it fucking gets me every time the door. Oh, nah, you're a, sorry, not a white kid. Not giving you candy. This is whites only Halloween. Happy Halloween. Great costume. What a scary skeleton. This is so, okay. This is the first realistic dialogue, though. This is something that a kid would say. I am the skeleton from your nightmares. I didn't know you were American, Deadbro. Yeah, man. At heart, that's my white half coming out. That's my white half coming out all of a sudden. If this skeleton gets good candy, you will no longer haunt your dreams. All right, I'll grab your candy. That's kind of funny, though. This kid, he's got it. That's a funny bit. That's a funny bit, kid. Look at them fucking glut. Can I go outside? Oh, that's supposed to be, that's not a real body. That's supposed to be a fake body, I see. You don't have to knock on the door. I'm, right here. Nah, he went out to a morgue. Yeah, exactly. You didn't have to knock, man. Door's open. But hey, have you seen my younger brother? He forced me to put this skull mask on. He's oddly intrigued with skeletons. Not too sure why. Oh, he also has a skull mask on, if you hadn't already noticed. Yeah, he came just before you. No way, he came? He said something about haunting my dreams. Damn, what has gotten into him lately? Well, if you got some candy, I wouldn't mind a piece. It's the least I deserve after watching over my brother. I got you. Dude, I was an only child, so I never had to worry about taking care of shitty younger siblings. Pretty preem, if I do say so myself. Pretty fucking preem. Is that the basement? Fuck that. Fuck that. Is there someone cooming? Yeah. Oh, that's spooky. Hey there. Happy Halloween. What a spooky costume. Ooh, I am a ghost. I see that. Would you like some candy? Yes. Damn, these kids lazy as fuck. Hey, man, they got the spirit, okay? Maybe they're poor as shit. Maybe all their mom could afford was like a little ghost mask, a freaky ghost mask. What was that? I could have sworn I just heard something. Let's watch these kids from the window. Stare them down. Who's this? Who's coming to my door? Oh, that's a child. Dun-dun. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, dot, dot. Trick or treat. Oh, he's shy. We have kids in our neighborhood who do the trick or treating or are super shy. They're always super cute. Their friends are like, go on. Go take the candy from the guy. Like, trick or treat. And they sound like they're on the verge of tears. Happy Halloween. Would you like some candy? Yes. Coming right up, buddy. You're endearing. Go home. You're too endearing for this. I'm staring outside, okay? I'm staring outside and petting my cat, okay? I'm petting my pussy right now. I'm petting my pussy right now, okay? I'm petting him so hard. You know what they say, man. You got to pet your pussy. Okay? Got to pet your pussy. Whoa! That's a fucking clown. That's a fucking... He's T-posing. Oh, he's chill. Happy Halla. Whoa, man. That costume is awesome. Thank you, kind sir. I must describe myself as a huge Halloween enthusiast. I take great pride in my attire. Each year I produce something different. This year, I chose a clown. Well, you did a great job. Even the way you move is quite creepy. Well, I try my best. I'll go grab you some candy. Appreciate it. This fucking Halloween connoisseur. Here, take the candy. Damn! Look at him grooving. Look at him scooting. This is what I'm going to be doing tomorrow before I go get blackout drunk at a party. If he's evil, I swear to Lord. Yeah, dude, it would be the trope of making the shy kid evil. Okay? Because everyone knows shy kids are evil and they're going to shoot up your school. You're too old for this shit, Grandpa. Happy Halloween. Great costume. I've always been scared of vampires. Bro. How old do I look? Just hand over the candy. Holy fuck. He's like the blue-collar worker of Halloween, dude. Gramps the Vamp? That's kind of fire. That's kind of fire glimpse of good. You got my attention. You had my curiosity. But now you have my attention. All right, anybody else? Oh, there's someone. There's someone. Who is it? Who is it? I don't like that. Hey, happy Halloween, kid. ... Wait. There's candy here, too? Yeah, of course. This place is a jackpot! What do you mean? I'm just giving out the simple stuff. What are you talking about? Your dad or grandfather's just outside of your backyard. He's giving out full-size chocolate bars. Full-sized! My parents are not home. Just hand over the candy. Round 2! I don't like that. I don't like the fact that it's like, hey, yeah, there's someone in the backyard. There is someone in your backyard. There is someone in your backyard. Oh, now this door is open. Who the fuck is that? Hey, what are you doing? Just spreading the Halloween spirit. Remember when houses used to give out the good stuff? This is my house. Right, well, no harm done. Bitch, what the fuck? Why is he grip walking? What in the hell is going on? ... What does that old man think he's doing? Oh, it's trapped me in the door. And why on my property? I should probably call Mom and give her a heads up. Okay, well, I attempt to close the door for the 17th time. Where the fuck's the phone? Oh, damn, the video changed. Or maybe it hasn't. Maybe I'm just stupid. Let's use the old rotary phone that we have for some reason. Instead of a modern phone, let's use this fucking rotary phone that we have. Phone. ... But who was phone? That is my question to you. You'll find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Hey, honey, is everything all right? ... Let me guess, you ate all the candy and you ran out. No, Mom. But something odd happened. What happened? Well, some old guy was set up in my backyard, giving large candy to kids. He wasn't dressed up either. He was just wearing casual clothes. When I went out to confront him, he didn't say much and just left. He even left his setup on our lawn. Mom, ... You know what? You shouldn't have to worry too much. He's probably just some lonely guy. If he didn't threaten you, it should be fine. Still weird, though. Don't get me wrong, it is for sure. What the fuck? But don't freak yourself out. It's Halloween, for goodness sakes. People get odd. All right. Thanks, Mom. Just, thought I'd check in. No problem, honey. If anything else happens, don't hesitate to call me. Okay. Love you, Mom. It is really funny to do various David Hayter impressions. Love you too. Phone. ... But who was phone? That's what I need to know, man. I need to know who the fuck phone was. Dun, dun, dun. That's, well, nobody's come in the longest while. I think the night has ended. Or at least I hope so. I remember Mom mentioning something about the front lawn. Something about collecting the wrappers. I think it's best that I get that done now. The garbage bags are in the kitchen, I believe. Is that Michael Myers? Is that Mikael Myers? Is that fucking Michael Myers? Nope. I don't like that. I don't like the noise it just made. I'm not a fan. Where are the garbage bags? Ah, there's the garbage bag. Why the fuck would you choose to go out at like 12 a.m.? Surely the trick-or-treaters have stopped coming beforehand. Oh, okay. There's 1, 2. What? That's strange. The old man's setup is no longer here. Oh, ho, ho, ho. That was Oscar Myers. Yes, it was Michael's long-lost brother, Oscar. Hey, is me, Oscar Myers? I don't know why he sounds Quebecois. I'm Oscar Myers. I live in Laval, Quebec. I don't know why I'm French and my last name is Myers. I should throw this away. Where? Bitch, don't you have a garbage bin inside? Ah, there we go. Dude, I'm expecting something to happen. I keep expecting something to happen. ... I'm feeling quite hungry. There's some leftover pizza in the fridge from last night. I think that could work. I'll have to warm it up in the oven. Okay. Oh, I gotta get the pizza first, don't I? Bam. 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 That's how it works. Pizza to oven. Bread to table. Where the fuck is that creepy old man? I got my eyes on you, ho. Okay, you're not gonna molest me. Not tonight, it's Halloween. I can't get molested. Is there a rule? Is there a law? Is there a law? Oh. Okay, we're good. Is there a law against getting molested on Halloween? I feel like that's covered by getting molested in general. There's already a law that it's like it's illegal to molest people, but I wonder if there's a law specifically that it is illegal to molest people on Halloween. I don't know. I'm going to have to watch one of my legal expert YouTubers to try and figure that out. I have to eat on the couch. Well, at least when my parents are gone. Okay, so I got to walk over to the couch. Dude, I'm a fucking animal. I've just got a cutting board. I'm just eating that shit off a cutting board. Did I put the fucking cutting board in the oven too? Like, bitch, what? Okay. So I have to hold left click. What do you mean? What do you mean I have to hold left click? Just say it's a prank, like how you TP houses. Real ones eat their pizza on their lap or the table. Is that true? Do people do that? You would like barn animals, like a goat? Well, I guess goats don't eat on their lap, eh? I don't think so. Do goats have laps? I don't think they do. I don't think a goat has a lap. All right, let's slowly shrink this pizza down to size. Very, ever so slowly, we are shrinking the pizza. What the fuck is on the TV right now? Okay, there we go. The pizza shrunk out of existence. Now what do I do? ... That was mid. What the fuck? It had a strange aftertaste. I'm feeling quite sleepy. It's not that late, but I can... Oh my god, I got roofied. My pizza was roofied. I should head upstairs and get changed. I keep my pajamas in the bedroom closet. Did I just, like, get food poisoning or something? Is that the deal? Alright, I'm unzipped. Time for bed. Hopefully my parents arrive early tomorrow. There was a rupee inside the pizza? Awesome, free money. Hell yeah, man. Alright, let's go to fucking bed. Let's go bed. Let's go to bed. We're going to bed. Yeah, we're going to bed. 11:50. I thought it was already 12 o'clock. Hold on, what the fuck? Wait, no. Hold on. I thought it was already 12. I thought it was already 12 o'clock. What the fuck do you mean? ... What? Oh. That must be the water pump. In the basement. Oh. I remember Mom mentioning that it acts up. ... I better go check it out. ... Man, that piece of junk. Okay. Oh, man, the house is surprisingly light for it being the middle of the night. Why is it so slow? Why is everything so slow? I thought the front door was open. Is the front door open? No, it isn't. I don't want to do it. Actually, I don't want to do it. I think I fixed it. Well, at least for now. Of course, this happened when I just began to fall asleep. I should get back to bed. I hate it. 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 Actually, I hate it here. No. No. No, I'm going to bed. No, you can't come in actually. I'm going to bed. You can't come in now. I'm going to bed. You can't come in. Oh, you know what? I realized I forgot to do something. Hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. I got to change my I've got to change my YouTube stream category to gaming. Okay, we've got to change it to gaming live. Okay, because I'm playing video games. Okay, okay, okay. There we go. Oh, I should probably have my chat open too, shouldn't I? Oh, what do you mean I have to go down and answer the evil ass door? Fuck off, there's no one even there. Oh, fuck off, man. That guy's gonna kill me. Give it back. I know you took it. Whoa, whoa. What are you talking about, kid? You took my candy. You snatched it and ran inside your house. I saw you just now. Listen, kid. I have no idea what you're talking about. Hi, Jareda. How you doing? Your mom's vacuum bag exploded? Oh my fucking God. Sounds like you're having a fun night. Well, feel free to relax, listen to some bad voiceovers, and me read my cat scary stories. Hopefully that makes it pass a little sooner. But basically, to catch you up, Jareda, there's someone in our fucking house. I just got up from bed. Why are you out this late? It's almost midnight. Get back home, kid. You're seeing things. That is like the craziest thing to do. What did that kid think he was doing, ringing doorbells at night? And why was he still awake? Whatever. I've just got to get to bed. Nuh-uh. 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 I don't like it, man. I gotta check the Discord. You're a genius. Hold on. 1:30 a.m. That's the evil ass hour. Hold up. What'd you put in the Discord? You put hyped for today's stream? Gay baby jail. Hold on. What about gay animals? Oh. What is this? Oh my fucking God. Are you using another vacuum with just a straw to that is insane. This man's a fucking engineer. You work for Boeing? Do you work for Boeing? I'm curious. You are a genius, man. Smart. The second vacuum trick with the straw, it always works. ... My throat. It's so dry. I can't sleep. I need some water. There should be some in the fridge. Downstairs. Dude, there's gonna be an evil ass dude in our house. He's gonna be fucking up our shit. He's gonna be fucking our shit. He's gonna be fucking me. Okay? I hate it. Someone is in my home. Oh my God, not the water drinking minigame. Not the water drinking minigame. You're gonna make me hold left click to drink water? What is this, heavy rain? ... Much better. I should head back upstairs. Duh. Fuck off! Dude! Someone is in the fucking house! Someone is in the fucking house! Don't check the general if you're a little bit. Well, you know what I'm gonna do, Beppis. You know what I'm gonna do. I just might check the general. No way. Twinkle, twinkle, little bitch. Why do you have so many AI videos of fat black men being generated as horses? What is going on? Why am I looking around? No! Oh, it's the old guy! Wait, what? Is he just gonna look at me? Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. No, I don't, no, stop creeping up on me. Stop. No, please stop creeping up on me, sir. Please do not touch. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like how he's creeping over me. I don't like his little autism T-Rex arms. He's just gonna go? What the fuck? What the fuck was that? Is he gonna come back? ... It's that old guy from earlier. He's in my house. What the fuck, dude? Escape the house or hide? Let's fucking run. I need to get out of this house now before that creep notices me. I need to run to my neighbor for help. Brother. Oh, brother. Ah! Fuck off. Fuck off. That actually got me. That fucking got me. You got caught again. Is that going to spawn me at the checkpoint? Or is it going to make me do the whole thing over again? Okay, 130. Okay. It's going to do the thing where the fucking old guy creeps up on my shit. Where he creeps up on my sheet. Those are the screams I like to hear. Dude, the old guy, he's fucking creeping on my shit. Oh, I got to do the water drinking minigame? You're fucking kidding me, man. You mean I got to do the water drinking minigame again? Fuck. But where's the old guy hiding? And why is he so fucking fast, bro? Why is the old guy so fucking fast? Also, he definitely roofied my fucking pizza or something. He like spread his old man like hyper Viagra on my pizza. She was not cool, bro. She was not cool. Okay, much better. Yes, I should head to bed. Yeah, it's fine. Not even going to close the fridge. Man, for a guy who's like creeping around 90% of the fucking the go for the ball war. What the fuck? What are you speaking, Beppe? Go for the ball war. War? Are you British? Are you speaking British? Are you speaking British? You never speak that shit again in my house. All right, now we get to see him. Dude, I should set this to like, I feel like if you put like over the old guy like creeping in, I feel like if you put like very, very light disco music, it would work real good. Yeah, look at him. See? Watch him shuffle in. Come on. Don't be shy, Queen. Don't be shy, Queen. This is your moment. This is your moment. Yeah, Queen. Now walk. 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 Now strut. Strut. Now give me that child molester stare. Make sure to look really ominous. Now walk. Sashay away, queen. Sashay away. Yeah, there we go. Dot, dot, dot. It's that old guy. Fuck, he's in my house. Hide. I gotta hide. Obviously, I picked the wrong choice. But now he's just gonna come kill me. Yeah, he's gonna look under the bed. He's gonna blow my shit smooth off. Dot, dot, dot. Where are you, kiddo? I've got some treats for you. I've got a chocolate bar and a bag of candy. Bitch, what? Yeah, of course. Like any good game, the solution is to hide and wait for the police to come. Because the police are definitely going to save you. That's the least realistic thing about these games, man, is that the police, they always come in and save you at the end from the molester or whatever, the home invader. Okay? That's what they want you to believe. I know very few people who've been helped by cops. Let's just say that. You've never felt so relieved to hear the sound of sirens. And when it says, "Can't I walk alone? Modern streets of cobblestone. It was a vision softly speaking." All right. Turns out the man across the street had been awake for a while. He couldn't sleep, so he was sitting by his window, just watching the neighborhood. Your parents had told him they'd be gone for the night and asked him to keep an eye on the place. You've always been a little creeped out by him, the way he'd stare too long. But tonight, he noticed something strange. He saw movement inside your house. At first, he thought it was you, maybe getting a drink or heading upstairs. But when he saw a second figure move behind you, he knew something was wrong. He called the police right away. By the time they arrived, the old man had already been in your house for a while. You've never liked that neighbor, but tonight he saved your life. They captured the old man quickly, and later you learned he was an escaped patient from a nearby secure facility. He wasn't out to harm anyone specifically, but you were in real danger. Oh, so he was like a crazy... Oh, he was an escaped mental patient! Oh. What's the other ending? Oh, it lets me remake the choice. Okay, I see. I get it. Alt F4. Get us out of here. Get us back to Silent Hill. Get us back, man. We gotta go back. We gotta go back. We gotta go back. We got to. We gotta go back. But we're back because it is time. It is time for me to do something. Can we get Yoda roleplay but with Ebonics? EBT or food stamps? There is no wait. There is EBT or SNAP benefits. There is no paying cash for food. Or paying cash for food, there is not. I don't know. Yoda says something like that, doesn't he? The blood clot, Yoda man. Dude, do you hear Jamaica? They're stuck down in Jamaica. They're trapped down in Jamaica. They can't even Jeopardy. They also got that huge-ass hurricane hitting them. That kind of sucks, man. That's the scariest thing. There's like a giant fucking hurricane. I'd be pretty scared of that if I was in Jamaica. That's all I'm saying, okay? Look, I can do the hand thing like my model. Okay. So if I just keep talking, I do kind of like a this, like in the I don't know, like kind of like Indian people do, but Indian people more do the kind of like this, but they do it with their head. They do the head wobble. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the Indian head wobble, but I've seen it IRL a lot, considering I'm half Indian. It's like, and it like means something too. There's like the scoop with the hand, the scoop that means like get over here, like come over here. They have some like, I don't know. There's like Indian vernacular, IVE. I don't fucking know. New Age Ebonics. But anyways, I wanted to show you all something. We're going to have to turn the light on and disturb my sweet little boy. Okay, he's not that disturbed. But anyways, we're going to have to disturb my sweet little boy while I... Here's the part where I get my microphone stuck on absolutely everything I have sitting on my desk. So hold on while I rearrange the 5 different cups that I have sitting out. You choked? Sorry, man. Now reading. Now we can do now reading H.P. Lovecraft because we actually are. What story are we reading? We're going to be reading something very special to Bub. We're going to be reading him a scary story, okay? What's the fucking story's name? Hold on. I got my big ass H.P. Lovecraft book that we're showing to Bub. Look at him. He says, I love Lovecraft. But we're going to be reading The Cats of Ulthar. So the Cats of Ulthar. H.P. Lovecraft. There we go. Now reading. Oh, wow. That's all fucked up. Okay. Now reading The Cats of Ulthar by H.P. Lovecraft, which I'm going to try to get a decent angle of both Bub and I, father and son, as son gets read too. But at first I have to figure out my mic angles, because that is going to be fucking nightmare. Hold on. Again, this is the part where I knock everything off my fucking desk. Just, if you hear, like, crashing, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. That's just thousands of dollars worth of stuff just banging around. You know how it is. You're trapped down in Jamaica. You can't even party. Okay. There he is. Hello? This is a horror story for you. Hold on, let me turn my mic. He is not entirely happy with me, but I wouldn't be happy with me either. Whoa, big slime. Whoa, big slime, okay? So, how's this? How's this in terms of audio levels compared to the song? Vacuum has been sucked? You sucked the vacuum? Hell yeah. Bro, you're sucking it, man. Dude, no one sucks like Gerada. That's what they all say. Who's them? I don't know. Oh no, YouTube viewership broke. It says there's only one person watching, but I know there's at least 2 of us here, Gerada. Oh, by the way, guys, we're on low latency chat, so you can chat with me in almost real time. Okay? Look at this little bear. Actually, let's turn this off. Look at him. He's just chill. He's chill while we read our H.P. Lovecraft Tales of Horror. That's okay. We've got it. We've got it. Let me know how the volume is. Do let me know. Do let me know. As we will be reading once again, Tales of Horror by H.P. Lovecraft. We're going to be reading. Now, this horror story, Bub, I think you're going to like this. I think you're really going to like this one, Bub, because this story, The Cats of Ulthar, is about two very old people, and they're really mean. They're really mean to kitties. They don't give kitties nice pats like this. They don't give them whiskas. They don't even give them wet food. Don't know if you can believe that, Bub, but they don't give them wet food. They hurt the kitties. Can you believe it? He could care less. But here's the thing. The cats of the town take revenge. And we'll describe every little bit of that in detail as we read The Cats of Ulthar. To my cat. There we go. That's a little better. Oh, I'm going to have to give you attention, won't I? Okay, here, hold on. Hold on, let me try to find a comfortable way to do this. Because he's gonna want pats. I can tell you that much. All right. But we're ready to go. You mentioned Jamaica. Check out the general. Oh, no. Hold on. Hold on. We're checking out the Jamaica general. Beppis, breaking news. Oh, no. The fucking... Jamaica could be... Oh, yeah, because they're going to get wiped off the map and stuff. And meanwhile, all the fucking... Yeah, the Bombo Clot. Yeah, dude, they're like Jamaica fucked. It's bad. But anyways, Bub, you're not being a very good listener, you know. You keep asking, I'm trying to read you this book. I'm trying to learn you. Son, I'm trying to learn you. And all you want is belly rubs, okay? I'm trying to read you real literature. And all you want is pats on the belly. Like, we're trying to read a book, okay? We're trying to read a fucking book here, okay? I'm trying to learn you something. Meanwhile, all you want are fucking belly rubs, okay? All you want are fucking belly rubs, okay? You don't want to get no job. You don't want to learn no books. You don't even want to read. You don't want to read. You ain't got no job, okay? You ain't got no job. You don't want to read. You don't want to learn to read. I don't know what I'm going to do with you, man. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. You're crazy. You're terminally unemployed. Oh, don't clean your nuts. Don't clean your nuts while I try to read a book to you. Dude, come on, man. Come on. Dude, come on, man. Dude, we're trying to read together. Dude, I'm trying to read you a book and you just keep cleaning your nuts. He won't stop. Oh, don't. He was gonna lick me. Yes, I love you. Oh, you licked your nuts and then you licked me. Ah, we're gonna have to pat you extra hard for that one. Nuts cleaned. Yeah, man, dude. I lost the nuts clean toggle from the screen. I'm gonna try to set it up after this story, but it's shit's fucking gone. But anyways, if I can ever stop being distracted by my cat, I do have a story to read you. To read you, actually. Oh, he's going to play with the bookmark. Okay. Well, you can do that. All right. I'm going to try to read to you, Dorian. Okay? I'm trying to read to you. Not everything's a toy. You are going to wreck this book. You are going to wreck it. Okay. Let's try this again. It is said that in Ulthar, which lies beyond the river Sky, no, stop it! What are you? This little fucker. I'm trying to read. it. Look at this little you. You. Oh my fucking God. I should make sure. Yeah, okay, video capture device is off. Yeah, I know. There's a big red ribbon on the book. I should have thought this out. Yeah, you. He knows I'm annoyed with him. He can tell, because then he starts getting kind of mean like this. Okay, we're going to try to read this again. Okay, Dorian? We're going to try to read this again. Okay. It is said that in Ulthar, which lies beyond the river Sky, no man may kill a cat. And this I can verily believe, as I gaze upon him who is sitteth purring before the fire. For the cat is cryptic, and close to strange things which men cannot see. He is the soul of antique Aegyptus, and bearer of tales from forgotten cities in Meroe and Ophir. He is kin of the jungle's lords, and heir to the secrets of hoary and sinister Africa. Yeah, sinister Africa is something that you'd expect H.P. Lovecraft to write. If you can't tell by some of the things written in these stories, Lovecraft, unrepentant racist until his death. The Sphinx is his cousin, and he speaks her language. But he is more ancient than the Sphinx, and remembers that which she hath forgotten. You are the worst, man. You're the worst reading partner ever. In Ulthar, before ever the Burgress, sorry, I can't read. I'm too distracted by this little fucker hitting my bookmark and my leg. In Ulthar, before ever the Burgesses forbade the killing of cats, there dwelt an old cotter and his wife, who delighted to trap and slay the cats of their neighbors. When they did this, I know not, save that many hate the voice of the cat in the night, and take it ill that cats should run stealthily about in yards and gardens at twilight. But whatever the reason, this old man and woman took pleasure in trapping and slaying every cat which came near their hovel. And from some the sounds heard after dark. Many villagers fancied the manner of slaying was exceedingly peculiar. I lost my spot. But the villagers did not discuss such things with the old man and his wife, because of the habitual expression on the withered faces of the two, and because their cottage was so small and so darkly hidden under spreading oaks at the back of a neglected yard. In truth, as the owners of cats hated these odd folk, they feared them more. Instead of berating them as brutal assassins, merely took care that no cherished pet or mouser should stray towards the remote hovel under the dark trees. When, through some unavoidable oversight, a cat was missed, and sounds heard after dark, the loser would lament impotently, or console himself by thanking fate that it was not one of his children who had thus vanished. For the people of Ulthar were simple, and knew not whence all cats first came. One day, a caravan of strange wanderers from the south entered the narrow cobbled streets of Ulthar. Dark wanderers they were, and unlike other roving folk who passed through the village twice every year, in the marketplace they told fortunes for silver, and bought gay beads from the merchants. What was the land of these wanderers? None could tell, but it was seen that they were given to strange prayers, and they had painted on the sides of their wagons strange figures with human bodies and the heads of cats, hawks, rams, and lions. And the leader of the caravan wore a headdress with 2 horns and a curious disc betwixt the horns. There was in this singular caravan a little boy with no father or mother, but only a tiny black kitten to cherish. The plague had not been kind to him, yet. Had left him this small furry thing to mitigate his sorrow. And when one is very young, one can find great relief in the lively antics of a black kitten. So the boy, whom the dark people called Mayonnaise, smiled more often than he wept as he sat playing with his graceful kitten on the steps of an oddly painted wagon. On the third morning of the wanderer's stay in Ulthar, Mayonnaise could not find his kitten, and as he sobbed aloud in the marketplace, certain villagers told him of the old man and his wife, and of sounds heard in the night. And when he heard these things, his sobbing gave place to meditation, and finally to prayer. He stretched out his arms towards the sun, and prayed in a tongue no villager could understand, though indeed the villagers did not try very hard to understand, since their attention was mostly taken up by the sky and the odd shapes the clouds were assuming. It was very peculiar, but as the little boy uttered his petition, there seemed to form overhead the shadowy nebulous figures of exotic things, of hybrid creatures crowned with horn-flanked discs. Nature is full of such illusions to impress the imaginative. That night, the wanderers left Ulthar and were never seen again. And the householders were troubled when they noticed that, in all the village, there was not a cat to be found. From each hearth, the familiar cat had vanished. Cats large and small, black, gray, striped, yellow, and white. Old Cranon, the burgomaster, swore that the dark folk had taken the cats away in revenge for the killing of Menace's kitten and the cursed caravan and the little boy. But Ninth, the lean notary, declared that the old cotter and his wife were the more likely persons to suspect, for their hatred of cats was notorious and increasingly bold. Still, no one durst complain to the sinister couple, even when little Atal, the innkeeper's son, vowed that he at twilight seen all the cats of Ulthar in that accursed yard under the trees, pacing very slowly and solemnly in a circle around the cottage, two abreast, as if in performance of some unheard of rite of beasts. The villagers did not know how much to believe from so small a boy, and though they feared that the evil pair had charmed the cats to their death, they preferred not to chide the old cotter till they met him outside his dark and repellent yard. So Ulthar went to sleep in vain anger, and when the people awaked at dawn, behold, every cat was back at his accustomed hearth, large and small, black, gray, striped, yellow, and white. None was missing. Very sleek and fat did the cats appear, and sonorous with purring content. The citizens talked with one another of the affair and marveled not a little. Old Cranon again insisted that it was the dark folk who had taken them, since cats did not return alive from the cottage of the ancient man and his wife. But all agreed on one thing, that the refusal of all cats to eat their portions of meat or drink their saucers of milk was exceedingly curious. And for 2 whole days, the sleek, lazy cats of Ulthar would touch no food, but only doze by the fire or in the sun. It was fully a week before the villagers noticed that no lights were appearing at dusk in the windows of the cottage under the trees. Then the lean Nith remarked that no one had seen the old man or his wife since the night the cats were away. In another week, the burgomaster decided to overcome his fears and call the strangely silent dwelling as a matter of duty. Though in doing so, he was careful to take with him Shang the blacksmith and Thule the cutter of stone as witnesses. And when they had broken down the frail door, they found only this: two cleanly picked human skeletons on the earthen floor, and a number of singular beetles crawling in the shadowy corners. There was subsequently much talk among the burgesses of Ulthar. Zath, the coroner, disputed at length with Nith, the lean notary, and Crannon, and Shang and Thule were overwhelmed with questions. Even little Atal, the innkeeper's son, was closely questioned and given a sweetmeat as reward. They talked of the old cotter and his wife, of the caravan of dark wanderers, of small Menace and his black kitten, of the prayer of Menace and of the sky during the prayer, of the doings of the cats on the night the caravan left, and of what was latter found in the cottage under the dark trees in the repellent yard. And in the end, the burgesses passed that remarkable law which is told of by traders in Hatheg and discussed by travelers in Nir, namely, that in Ulthar, no man may kill a cat. Did you like it, Dorian? What'd you think? I know you spent most of the video asleep or playing with the book. Can you summarize what happened? Can you give me a summary? Can you give me a summary of what happened? How about a quick little summary? Huh? 3 things. Name 3 things that happened. Go. 3 things. Name me 3 things that happened in that story. 3. All you need to do is 3. Oh, hey, yo, I'm here. How you doing? Didn't see you sneak in here while I was reading. We were reading some Lovecraft. Oh, hey, TQ, how you doing? You just, you came in right at the end of me reading the Lovecraft story about, some mean old people who get eaten by cats. Or rather, it's implied that they get eaten by cats. But I did say this was going to be a mix of reading shit and short horror games. But the cat story is pretty short. So what I think I might do is also read some horror Greentexts. We'll see if we can't find some. It seems like, lucky for us, there seems to have been a thread on /X fairly recently with actual new Greentexts. So I'm pretty excited to try and read through some of those. Well, I guess it's always new Greentexts, but it's also the stuff that's been reposted like a million fucking times. Ayo, Beppis, DB might not know this, but we all rubbing our shit to this. Dude, you're you're rubbing your shit to the cats of Ulthar. Dude, bro's rubbing one out to the cats of Ulthar. There we go. And now he's been learned, okay? He's been learned. He's learned how to read. He can read now. See? Look at the glint of intelligence entering his eyes, okay? Look at the ever so slight glint of intelligence, okay? That is a boy with like a single brain cell. At least one, perhaps 2. Maybe even 3 if we're being daring, okay? See that? $200 IQ. He doesn't like me touching my feet. This is the real Halloween horror for him. Oh, you know what? Oh, dude. Dude. Before I read us some green text, how's about I show you something? How's about I show you something? Let's go. Taco. Where is this? Yes! I found it. I'm going to show you all Dorian's Halloween costume. We're just going to put Bib? Fuck it. Call the folder Bib. See if I care. See if I give a shit. Okay. Bam. Okay. We're all good. So I can just add them directly to OBS. Taco cat. Ah, shit. That is... Ugh. Okay. Hold on, boys. Hold on. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez, Rick. Oh, jeez. Hold on. I just got to get myself... I don't have any paper towel around here, do I? No, I don't. I will be right back. Give me a moment, boys. Didn't mean to spin you like that. Hello. I just spilled a Red Bull all over my fucking desk. Thank God I have that desk mat that's just going to absorb it all and then smell like Red Bull for like the next 3 years while it slowly releases that. That's good for me, right? That's probably pretty good for me. All that Red Bull being released into the nearby atmosphere. Don't mind me casually using toilet paper to absorb most of this because that was the closest material. I would use paper towel, but I really need to catch this before it soaks in. So we're using toilet paper. You can use it to clean up piss. You know? Isn't that right, bub? Isn't that right that you can use toilet paper to clean up? Because I've had to clean up you, piss boy. You've peed on my furniture before. I can't get too mad at him, though. I can't get too mad at him for being a little pee-boy. Because little pee-boy was a little pee-boy because... he was a little pee-boy because he had, like, the cat equivalent of, like, urinary stones. Which is just urinary stones. I don't know why I said the cat equivalent. The cat equivalent of urinary stones is just like urinary stones. So... he had to get a little catheter. He couldn't piss. He was going to not piss himself to death. So he had to go to the emergency vet. That's a thing that can happen in like young male cats is their pingus gets blocked and they can't pee and then they die if there's not like medical intervention. What the hell? Yeah, now you're going to play nice. You were going to bite me. Yes. Anyways, I'm trying to embarrass Dorian. Hold on, let me embarrass Dorian here. So, oh my god, that's fucking huge. Okay, hold on. We gotta make this smaller first. I don't know why that's so big. So, let me just put... So that's him running away. Let me put the first one in the sequence. There we go. So that was... that up there, that was Dorian's Halloween costume. A couple years ago. Oh, we got him a taco cat costume. So he could be a little taco cat. But he didn't like it. He didn't like it that much. He like stood there like too upset to do anything for a little bit. And that's where I got this photo of him in the Taco Cat costume. Is we grabbed him, we put the Taco Cat costume on him, and he just like he sat there for like, I'm not even kidding, like I'm not even fucking with you, man. He sat there for like fucking forever. Oh my god. Ow! Oh, Bub, what the fuck, man? Ow, Jesus. You got me real fucking good. Oh, right in the joint, too. Jeez. Gotta watch those claws, buddy. Ow, Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, yeah, he did get right at the joint. What the hell, man? Yeah, don't you slow blink at me. He says this is what you get. He's getting his revenge years later by stabbing me in my joint for me dressing him up as Taco Cat a few years ago. But anyways, so we dressed him up as Taco Cat, and he stayed like that for like, I'm not even kidding. He stood there for like just 10 minutes, and then he ran. Then he ran and he hid under the bed, and we couldn't reach in to get the costume off him. So my girlfriend had to like get under the bed and grab him. It was bad. You really don't like being Taco Cat. And now, whenever my girlfriend picks up the Taco Cat costume, he runs. But whenever I pick it up, he doesn't really react. He doesn't really care. Which is funny, because I was the one who put the Taco Cat costume on him. It wasn't her. She just held him. I put him in the Taco Cat costume, but he loves me now. He says, "Oh, father with the taco costume, I trust him. Surely he would never put that on me." What are you doing? Yeah, why don't you... Yeah, you see where you hurt me? Yeah, oh, you don't want to look at it now, huh? You don't want to look at my finger now, because you know you hurt me. There's no, I didn't mean to. If you apologize for making me Taco Cat, then I'll apologize for stabbing your joint. Your cat looks like your cat when he was young, putting pics in disco. Oh, dude, I'm going to have to check that out. Yeah. Maybe your cat entered Samsara and reincarnated. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, you've got a Russian blue. Or it was... Yeah, that's what that breed is, right? Russian blue. Oh my fucking god, man. You really got me. You really fucking got me. Oh my Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, bub. Blue Russian short hair. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, for some reason I thought blue Russians were all long haired, but no, there's some short haired ones too. But yeah, no, this little fucker, we made him Taco Cat, and I mean, I think he's forgiven me. I think that's pretty obvious by how this is going down. But I don't think he forgives my girlfriend, which is kind of funny. Oh, yeah, look at the little tail whip. He says, yeah, women. I hate women. Sometimes to bother my girlfriend, I'll joke and I'll say that he hates women. I'll say that he's a little misogynist. I'll pretend to be speaking in his voice. And I'm Dorian Gray and I hate women. Or she'll talk about how he's like, I'm obviously his favorite. And I'll say that it's because he hates women. And then she'll get upset. She'll be like, no, stop it. He does not hate women. He's not a misogynist. And she'll get mad at me and she won't want me to say it. Which is kind of funny. So, yeah, sometimes I do that to bother her on purpose. As you do. Oh, Uber Eats, stop sending me ads, Uber Eats. You're fucking with me, man. You're fucking me, man. Okay, but anyways, I promised Greentexts. I promised. Promise. Sir, you said you would read YouTube. Wait, not YouTube. It's not YouTube. Greentext. Greentext. Why do I have 3 comments? Damn. People really be commenting on my shit. That's crazy. Your cat was a short-haired Maine Coon. I didn't know those existed. I thought Maine Coons were all kind of long-haired like Dorian. Well, I mean, I guess Dorian's not a Maine Coon. He's like a quarter Maine Coon. He's a fake Maine Coon. That's part of why he's so tiny. You know? Look at how happy he is. Dude, this is his, like, heaven. I always find it wild that he was a street cat when he was younger. Yeah, I feel like Dorian, with how he acts and how clingy he is with me, he was, like, meant to be a house cat. Like, he was meant to be a house cat. He was meant to live this life. He's also a very, very pretty boy. So, your cat was 50% Maine Coon, and the only trait he got was the size. Yeah, dude, I was gonna say, Maine Coons also have those, like, crazy faces where they look like the Giga Chad version of a cat. Which you don't have. You're a pretty boy. You're a pretty boy. You're not a Maine Coon. He says, stop it. He says, don't point at me. Don't call me a pretty boy. He says, I am a tough Maine Coon. Why does he do that? And from the top rope. He really doesn't want me to point my finger at him. He says, stop that shit. He says, didn't your mama teach you pointing's rude? He didn't like that one. Okay. Okay, green text time. Green text time. Time to do a green text. Wait. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Okay. Let's try and find a short one. Oh, I guess I got to turn the display capture on, don't I? I probably should turn the display capture on. Display capture is... Oh, why is it so small? Why is it so small? We're going to size that shit up. Because we're browsing /X. Believe it or not. So let's try and find one that's not too long. Granny Dead, Horse Creature. Okay, that's kind of fun. Fuck. Okay, let me try and find a... Oh, dude, my next... I was like, what did I have open? What did I have open? I had my fucking Reddit tab. That was my YouTube help. Sorry. Now I've cleaned it up, so it's just what we need. Oh my god. Yeah, dude, look, he fucked me up. He fucked me up. He hurt. White boy down. White boy down, man. White boy down. Look at that shit. I got a bump and everything. White boy down, Dorian. What have you done? He says, look real pretty while I was doing whatever it is you're accusing me of doing. All right. But I said green text time because that's classic horror stuff. It's just I gotta find a short one. All of them are super fucking long. No grilling. How long is this? Okay. Yeah, that seems... This cooks. This cooks. Okay. F11. F11. Oh. You know what? Haha. Oh. Let me get some ambience going. I just realized the ambience fucking died. I go to my YouTube homepage. There's a fucking stream that just says, I'm being evicted. No joke. Where'd it go? Let's go. History. Yeah, relaxing horror game ambience. That's what we want. There we go. How's that? Oh, the desktop audio is muted, but there you go. We got a little bit of ambience. I hope you like that for your green text reading. Dorian doesn't appreciate this at all. He's too fucking stupid. He's probably gonna stab his little fucking paw into my finger again. He feels no guilt. He feels no guilt for what he did. Okay? I'm gonna show you videos of... Dude, look at him. Look at this disrespect. Okay, I'm gonna show you some videos of Hassan Piker's dog, and then you're gonna sharpen up real quick. Froggy J354, Deadbro, I think I've hit lurking status. Well, now you've posted in chat and you fucked it up, man. But hey, man, how you doing? Oh, sorry, I didn't realize touching you was so offensive that you don't have to bathe yourself. Sorry, dude, I didn't fucking know. Jeez, man. You people, and it's just my cat. But, hold on, let's make it moody. Duh. Oh, did we... Hold on. Okay, that's a little too dark. Is that too dark? Is that too dark for the bub cam? Be honest, boys. But we'll start with the green text. Feel free to respond as I read. And remember, I'm on low latency mode today, so you can actually interact with me like reasonably. Okay. Not my story, but from a... Okay, so this is by Spook Ain't On from December 2020, so this is a relatively new one. Not my story, but from a college friend. Be 17. Live in a suburb. Oh my fucking god. For those of you who are not 4chan lingo knowers, there is a bit of lingo called going in a woods for like in the woods, you know. Okay. Live in a suburb. Homeowner association. Boogie ass neighbors. What? Stuck up. One of the rules in the community is absolutely no grilling outside. Dumb rule. Be rebellious. Decide, fuck it. Me and the boys are gonna grill some steaks. Take grill to the wooded edge of the property and start sizzling. Dude, me when I sizzle with my boys, smells good. Flip the steaks. Hear a sudden crash in the tree line, like someone was driving a Jeep through the trees. Dad comes out of the house. Anon, what the fuck are you doing? Trying to get us killed? Crashing, getting closer, probably 30 feet at this point. Dad looks fucking horrified. Anon and friends, fucking run! Get in the house! Yeah, this is made up. This is some teenager writing this. Because this is, yeah, Anon and friends fucking, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's a real dialogue. Anyways, run inside. Dad lecturing us, asking where we got the money. Crashing outside is so loud. Peek outside. Grill is gone, except for shitty stand-up legs. See smoke coming from the tree line. Years later, different place. Ask Dad about it. He said it was animals, and that's why we couldn't grill in the neighborhood. Animals don't steal grills. Friend still doesn't know what happened, though. I think it was probably some malnourished mountain lions. Still spooky. Dun dun dun. Was it lions? When the fajitas come out sizzling? Dude, Dorian, when the fajitas come out sizzling? Pew! Now you get your HD Dorian. Dorian Dark. Dark Dorian. So we're going to start calling him when he's being bad. He's dark. You're not Dorian, you're Dark Dorian. Alright. Next green text, next. Next. And let's find another one. No grilling, mystery lady. I ran over my bro. Okay, hold on. Iowa disappearing house sounds... Okay, this immediately has me hooked. You can't see the whole line on stream, but let me show you. Or read for you. There's a disappearing house in Thompson, Iowa. Saw it back in 2006. In town for a few months. Working. Long hours. Up before dawn, normally don't get back to my motel till near sundown. Spend my days off sleeping or watching TV. Point is, I didn't really get a chance to see much of the area at all. So on a day off, I decide to take a drive. Cornfields everywhere. I pass one house that really stands out. Big and white, kind of Victorian looking, with a big wraparound porch. Looks brand new. Confused, I pass this area every day on my walk to work, and never seen it before. Figure it's because I'm usually still waking up when I'm heading to work. There's an old lady outside at the mailbox. I wave to her. She just stares me down the whole time. Whatever. Anyway, fast forward, I'm heading back to the motel after driving around for a few hours, expecting to see the big white house again. I don't. That's a creepy one. I like that. That's actually something that you'll find a lot in H.P. Lovecraft stories, is you'll actually see, you'll see oftentimes they'll have like the slightest interaction with the supernatural or like something like that. I kind of like the I lived a normal life, but I've had this one passingly paranormal experience that I can't get over. Me IRL. Me 1440 by 810. Not the fucking image having the dimensions in it. Me. That's me. OMG. Me. Alright. Finished creature. That's fucking good. Alright, what are some of the other ones? These ones all, I feel like you get kind of the same idea. I feel like it's the same person who's like, oh yeah, I was digging around in the archives, but these are all green texts that I've done. They're never going to know. You know, something like that. I'm distrustful on forums, okay? People lie on the internet all the fucking time. Anon has cataracts. That's kind of... so he has to dictate his post to his brother. That's kind of funny. Okay, that's kind of good. That's kind of funny. Not what we're going for, but that is funny. That guy, at least he kecked. He said, lol, you made me laugh, lol. Deadbro should list The Salesman. I've never heard of that. Hold on. Go to Steam. The Salesman, you say? The Salesman. The Sales... What is this? Oh, 13th of November. Planned release date. What is this? A recently laid off employee, the grind of job applications. So you slowly sell away your life. Oh, that sounds actually fun. That actually sounds kind of fun. Hold on. This is being added to my wish list. That's kind of neat. Oh, why the fuck the toilet flush so loud? Why the fuck the toilet gotta flush so loud? What the hell? What the hell? What the helly? What the heliante? Okay. Here's a Chicago ghost story. Let's read this guy's shit. Hold on, let's zoom in. Here's my ghost story, or should I say, demon. Grew up on south side of Chicago. Big house, like 6 bedrooms. Aunt, great uncle, grandmother, grandfather, cousin, mother, brother, sister. All lived in the same house. Grandpa was the head of the household. Grandpa was really religious. Room covered in Catholic effigies. Even opens the local Catholic church every morning. Be like 8 or so. Always feels something is watching me. Have bad experiences. Shit just seemed off for me. Always had to sleep with someone in order to sleep. Sleep in my grandpa's room one night. I wake up for some reason. I sit up and look into the closet. You know how your eyes adjust and you can see in the darkness? My eyes did that. Could see the entire room and its contents, but when I looked in the closet, it was pure black. The blackest I've ever seen. That's a crazy out of context quote. It's pure black. It's the blackest I've ever seen, sir. Never seen blacker. See two red eyes staring out at me. They're just there, hovering in the blackness. Immediately get an adrenaline dump. Lay down and go back to sleep. Wake up and never speak of it. Ooh, that's kind of creepy. Damn. People of fortune do be having paranormal experiences. Ayo, they got the paranorming? TLDR, autistic gamer with empathy for... Wait, hold on. What? So there's... Oh, what the fuck? My brother in Christ. I am laracroft.exe. My brother in Christ based. I ain't got time to read all that shit, man. I'm okay with this TLDR. Autistic gamer with empathy for Lara Croft. Oh my god. Plays Tomb Raider Lost Disc from Gizmo China Shop. Plays like a pregnancy weekly calendar, morning sickness survival, parasite, self-doubt, inner child dialogues, vor tentacle stuff, mood and flesh gates, secret room with uterine wall with cum stains. You get the idea. Woman empowerment with pregnant combat against angel doll or something boss with philosophical rant about birth or C-sections or who the fuck cares. Over detailed, sexualized, nasty Kafka clown shit. Border grape. Poser LARP, 4 out of 10, walks away. Understandable. Alaska Cabin. How long's this one? Not that long. Interesting. All right, I got to take some sips of this Red Bull first. Oh. I feel like that, you know that puffer fish where they like shove the carrot in his mouth? They're like, yeah, you like that, don't you, puffer fish? You freak, you freaky fish. Yeah, you like that. And he goes, oh. Because they're like spicing him up to kill him. Crazy. Crazy how we do that to living things. Da-da. This is probably fine. Oh, it's from /K? Oh, you just know it's going to be some autistic guy being like, yeah, pull out 44, 1851, too young to buy an actual pistol. Oh, yeah, here's, you can tell this story's from /K, which for those of you who are understandably unfamiliar with 4chan, /K is like where it's the weapons board for like guns. So it's where you see like mall ninjas and like people just LARPing. Hold on. Actually, hold on. Let me show you what I'm talking about, because you guys might be like, what the fuck's a mall ninja? Mall ninja hood guy. Hold on. Hood samurai. No. Oh, fuck. Okay, hold on. Security guard with katana. Yes, this guy, the guy who's like discount blade. Hold on. How big is this? Yeah, this is big enough. Okay. So, we'll just call it Blade. Fuck it. Fuck it. Discount Blade. There he is. This is what I'm talking about. When I talk about mall ninjas, this is what I'm talking about. This is a mall ninja. Look at that fucking specimen. Hold on, let's make this a little bigger. Look at that fucking specimen. Hold on. We gotta put him front and center. Center vertically. Center horizontally. Bam. Front and center. This is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about a mall ninja. You see, like, his fucking scoped revolver, his machete, his fucking katana. What does he need all that for? Also, he don't have a bulletproof vest, I assume. So he's taken one good hit and he's dead. Those knee pads ain't gonna do dick, man. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about when I talk about mall ninjas. That's exactly who I'm talking about. But anyways, we have a green text to read while I finish this Red Bull. Cheers, boys. Oh. Gotta take one more sip, boys. Just one more sip, man. One more. I just need another sip, man. I need another sip. Okay. This is N/OP/E. So this must be like a user who's like, yeah, I do in a woods K stuff with my autistic gamer gun knowledge. Anyways, be me in Alaska, middle of winter, going camping alone with the Mossy. With Mossy? What the fuck is Moss? I don't know what the fuck. Probably some stupid jargon. Drive above the Arctic tree line. Find a good place to park and hike. Stick close to the tree line. Searching for old cabin friends told me of. About 4 hours into the hike, I spot the cabin semi-nestled in the tree line. Getting dark, so I decide it's time to set camp. Cabin is fairly small, no bigger than 25 by 25. Inspect cabin. Seems pretty good. Some wood stacked on front. Set camp in cabin. Start fire as the moon rises at around 3 p.m., and the sun is now just beginning to dip down an hour later. It's now hella dark out, so I get ready for sleep. Hear rustling outside. Activated.exe. Pull out my 44 1851. Too young to buy an actual pistol. Yeah, look at me. I'm so cool. I autistically name really obscure guns, and that makes me a cool guy. There's nothing. Okay, let me get this straight here. Nothing wrong with gun culture. Guns are cool. But if you're it's like any hobby where you like do the weird like fringe thing just to be like, actually I'm like super unique and niche because I have a 44 18. I own a 44 1851. I can autistically name like all of these obscure guns. Can I shoot well? No, but I know a lot about guns. People like that. Anyways. All right, so he pulls out his autistic gamer gun. Peek out the door. See something rustle around the cabin out of my view. DaFuck.png. Didn't get a good look to tell what it was. Here's something shimmy. He's stupid. Why does he write something? Here's something. You a fucking caveman? Write something. Here's something shimmy. Here's something. He's this fucking guy. Sorry, I'm having a crash out over this guy's basic use of grammar. Here's something shimmy around the wall, opposite to the door. Get the fuck away from the door and ready my Mossy with 44 waiting on my lap. Oh, Mossy must be a gun. Mossberg? Mosin? I don't know. One of the two. Thing makes its way to the door and proceeds to bang door. Pants fill with chunks. Wait for Thing to make its way into the cabin before taking a shot. Hours pass as creature bangs on door slowly. The bangs on the door keep me awake through the long night till the sun rises at 10 p.m. Take a nap until 2 p.m. and decide it's time to leave. Get a creepy feeling as I leave, eye shot at the cabin, as if I'm being watched. Moon rises and announces that the sun will set very soon. Pick up the pace and begin to break into a quick jog. Sun is now beginning to set and the darkness will soon come. Decide to bolt away from tree line by a couple 100 feet. As the sunlight fades away, the moonlight takes place and shines on the tree line. Spot something, God, this fucker, very large, a shape I've never seen before, spiriting through the woods alongside me. He does it alongside too. He can't just write alongside. He's got to write alongside. Just write alongside, okay? Not alongside or something, right? Something or alongside. Me when I get his fucking wring his stupid fucking neck. Okay, so unsling the Mossy and slow down to a slow jog. Oh yeah, because he's going to be able to fire accurately while moving too, because he's got very good breath control. Caunt. See lights in the far distance, moving fast parallel with the horizon and disappear into the landscape. Must be a tanker truck. Should be close to my truck now. Thing begins to make a break through the trees, moving parallel to my direction, but going far ahead of me. Thing is moving towards my truck. Fuck, it's going to be an ambush. .gif. God, the way this guy writes makes me want to fucking kill myself. Anyways, prepare myself for what shall be coming. Okay. Begin to stealth the rest of the way through the truck, still away from the tree line. Spot the truck in the moonlight, and no sign of the thing. Find a good hill a couple 100 feet from the truck to keep watch as I wait for any movement. Couple hours pass and I'm beginning to grow very tired. I notice something in my truck. Fuck. Looks like a person, but its shadow is almost pitch black. What? Okay. Shadow in truck is in driver's seat, or try to get close to inspect, probably just 100 feet from truck now. Shadow in truck is in driver's seat and is dead still. Train the 12 gauge on whatever it is. And, whoa, he does it with whatever too! He does the whatever, not I'm gonna be honest, kitten. Daddy's about to get out his Olympia, and one of those shells is meant for Daddy's brain. I'm gonna be honest, kitten. Daddy's about to kill himself. Alright, so train the 12 gauge on whatever it is and keep my eyes wide open as I yell at it. Whoever is in the truck needs to get out. I blink and the shadow in the truck is staring at my with bright white eyes. My ass mag dumps into my pants. It gets... he does it with into too. He does it with fucking everything. Where'd this guy go to school? Fucking Stan School for Special Needs? God damn, man. Also, I should full screen this. Sorry, boys. There we go. Now we get proper green text full screening. Okay? This writing makes me feel icky. Yeah, it's like not... It's kind of funny, though. I really hate how he keeps doing the whatever or whoever. He writes like he's from the fucking 1800s, but he also got dropped on his head as a small child. All right. Whoever is in the truck needs to get out. Oh, he keeps his eyes wide open as he yells at it. So he opens his eyes super wide and he points his shotgun. Jesus Christ. What the fuck was that? I could have sworn I heard like a piece of paper falling. I'm going crazy. Anyways. I blink, and the shadow in the truck is staring right at with bright white eyes. My ass mag dumps into my pants. It gets out of my truck, and its shape grows to the size of the thing that was in the trees. It begins to quickly move to my position. No, it doesn't move towards me. It's moving to my position. Moving. Enemy, man, 100 meters, front. Moving to my position. This is good. Fucking nope.jpg. Seems like 8 or 9 feet tall. It's now only 50 feet away from me, and I pumped 3 of my fuck you loads. Oh, yeah, that's an official caliber, isn't it? Thing's eyes and shadow seem to puff to dust and fade into the darkness. Oh, he does it with into too, dude. The background music is popping off. Yeah, dude, it's chilling. Japanese survival horror had some goddamn good fucking music, man. Anyways, what in the fuck just happened? Move up to my truck and toss everything but the guns into the bed. Get in the driver's seat to find my shot hanging because steel cable in the mirror. Don't give a fuck and start up the truck and activate gtfo.exe. Haul ass back to the highway and head home. Never return to the cabin. Tell my friends to never go out there. Da da da. Oh my god, that was pissing me off with how poorly that was written. Oh, that was a bad one. Okay, I think I gotta give my voice a little bit of a break from dramatic reading. How's about? How about this? How about this? How about actually now reading, you know what we'll do? We'll do /x Greentexts. There we go. Oh, we'll take just a quick little, give my voice just a quick little resty poo. I think I downloaded a game that was supposed to only be like 10 minutes. The writing scared you more than the story? Yeah, dude, it was rough. It was rough. It was rough. Oh, I just realized, sorry, my audio was doubling there for a bit. You got a Silent Hill remix, but now you just got the true music, okay? We're chilling. Absolutely grooving out. He don't care. Oh my goodness. Oh. Gotta wiggle my jaw around a little. Oh. Dude, I fell asleep on the couch with my neck kind of cricked wrong, which meant that I tensed my jaw all night because I'm an old man. That harmed me and followed me through the day. Oh my goodness. Whoo. Actually, let's see. Maybe we can do this. Hold on. And now we can put this below me. But now, right now, it's just... Hold on. I'm a genius. I'm a genius. Hold on. I'm not a genius. I'm really not a genius. Oh wait, no, we can just do that, but why is it... Hold on, we'll move me over just a little bit. The fucking book. Yes, the book. I need the book. I want the book. The spooky shit's gotta be over here, okay? Keep that spooky shit close to my chest. There, that's a little better, isn't it? We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Hey. We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Actually, I could go over even further. Watch me move my book. This is movie magic. Deadbro figures out layering. Yeah, bro, I'm doing that shit live. Turns out it's not a good idea to test your display capture and then go, oh, you know, I can probably leave it on the top layer. That's not going to be a problem later. And then you go to use it and you go, oh, fuck, why is it on the top layer? Oh. And you commit self-release into your pant. You know when you self-release into pant? You know that? You know, self-releasing into pant? You know how it is. Alright, metal hand guys sounds pretty funny. So we'll do that. We'll do that. Alright, let me take a sip of this Coke Zero while I reel from my insults from Froggy and Gerada. You're right, though. It wouldn't be a Deadbro stream without without technical issues being solved in real time. All right. Oh, I will try to green text this, but am new friend. This is made in 2020. Don't worry, it's fine. They use it colloquially in the space. Be warned, that term may appear. Sorry, not much I can do about it. You know what? Whenever you see the word appear on screen, imagine that everyone on 4chan is British and they're just talking about cigarettes, okay? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Sorry, I'm just drinking a little bit of water to try to coat my throat here. Oh, man. Yeah, that's some good water. All right. Be autist. Zone out a lot. Struggle to pay attention. Be in math class. Zoning out as usual. Notice something different this time. Physically leaving my body. Arms go numb and everything starts to look small and far away. See only blackness after a few seconds. Hear a voice that sounds like it's coming through a walkie-talkie. A voice speaking. The voice isn't speaking English. Try to speak, but no words come out. See a light in the blackness. Float towards the light, trying to wake up. Cold fingers feel like metal wrap around my ankle before I get to the light. Hear weeping on the other side of the light. It's my grandma and my little brother. Both are dead. Iron fingers pulls me further and further from my family. I can make no sound, but I hear the weeping and I hear myself dragging against the ground. Iron hand pulls my leg into the blackness, which causes my body to fall, falling through the ceiling of my school. Iron hand is dragging me into my body. Get a good look at Iron hand. Dude literally has what looked like a middle hand, but with a single buff as fuck arm. He is hunched and has a fucked up eye that glows yellow, while his other eye looks like mine. He's like the Toxic Avenger. His skin is alabaster and covered in scars. No mouth, just blank alabaster skin stretched like where a mouth should be. Finally get to my body and wake up. I had a seizure and fell out of my desk and hit my head really hard. Surrounded by EMTs doing CPR and putting me on a stretcher. Anons, I think I almost died. And something stopped me. Ooh, that's a dramatic time for the music to shift. I like that. Hell yeah. That's good timing. What do you know? I get lucky with stuff like that. That's my skill. Luck. Oh yeah, we're just hanging out. I'm really quickly gonna make sure that this isn't gonna autoplay. Autoplay is off, because I do not want it to start playing into a fucking, like, random fucking stream or copyrighted content or something. We're out here. Oh, Yume Nikki. Yeah. That's good. That's like a Japanese horror game. You know, it's horror Japan. Big thumbs up. All right, let's check into the bub cam. Bub status. You're playing timed chess, but you have to be an active chatter. Oh, you don't have to be an active chatter. If you just want to lurk and chill in here, that's fine. What do you think I do when I'm watching a lot of streamers that I watch? I be lurking. I be at work. I can't be chatting. I gotta be lurking. Okay. Let's find another green text. Huh? Okay. There we go. Hell yeah. We're just chilling, man. We really are just chilling. I quite like this. This is a nice little, like, splash screen to be on while I'm browsing around. And then when I find a green text, I can always just pop it up. No for the challenge? Oh, you're like splitting your attention? You're trying to teach yourself how to multitask. Okay, what the fuck? Nature Reserve spoops. Metal Hand Guy. Rescued by Hobo. Skinwalker Mom. Skinwalker Mommy? Alright, Rescued by Hobo sounds pretty good. We'll do Rescued by Hobo. Me when I get rescued by a hobo. Fuck yeah, I love being rescued by hobos. Not actually, though. Not a big fan of being rescued by hobos. Don't know if you knew this. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is okay-ish. Or is it better to have it like this? I don't know what you guys prefer. I feel like this is like kind of hard to read. But we'll do this. We'll do this. Okay. Be me. Around 5 to 6. Always been a stupid. I don't want to get canceled on YouTube, so stupid moron. Still kind of am. Look, guys, I want to have a job tomorrow. Okay, I don't. You don't know where I work. You don't know. I could work with a lot of those special children. What if I work with them? How would they think? How would they think of me if they found out I said it? All right. Playing with cousins and friend in suburban neighborhood in Florida. Decide I'm going to win. Wait, when is this from? 2021. Okay. So all of these have been kind of recent. Where are my old Greentexts, man? Why the fuck are all of them from the last 5 years? Do we have like a great internet reset or something? As an autism, I can say that I can give the R card. That's good. Hell yeah. All right. What is this? Decide I'm going to win. What? Decide I'm going to win. I'm assuming he's like talking about hide and seek, we'll say. Walks off towards a nearby canal around 15 minutes outside the neighborhood. We were playing with other neighbor kids and we're allowed to play outside far away for long times. Which is wild, because I guess that's not normal for kids anymore. I grew up in the 2000s, and it was still normal for me. It was normal in, like, 2005, okay? But anyways. Some friends and family follow. Reach the canals, sort of hanging out on a ledge that dips down into the water. Split into 2 groups, one on each side of the canal, so we can avoid getting lumped. Getting lumped? What the fuck? What is going on? Okay, so they're playing Manhunt. This is like hide and seek or something. I don't know. This guy's doing a very bad job of setting the scene. All right, so see a group of seekers rushing the opposite side. We bolt. Cousins say we should go home. Friends say we should go to dog park. They start arguing over where to go, and we just hole up in front of those giant circular water drains that had dried up from the time. Or for the time being. Oh, okay, deciding what to do next. Just sort of hang back and keep quiet, because I'm a spurk. They decide on something. I was just trying to be quiet and dash off. Stay behind. Go into storm drain thing. Go deeper. Think I'm deaf, gonna win if I stay here. Stay longer. See seekers run past and can hear them calling out. Stay longer. In the pitch dark, can still see outside light. Getting sleepy, so nap. Wake up, pitch black. Oh no. Don't remember which way is the way out. As a true moron, I walk inside further. Instead of turning around and going back the other way like I should, I just cry and keep going deeper, using my hands to trace against the walls. Feel water going up to my ankles as I walk. Starts to smell bad. Continue crying and very uncomfortable, hearing weird splosh noises. Run around, start screaming for family, friends, anyone. See a campfire and someone calling me over. Head over. Some weird hobo with a hearth in some sort of dingy camp. All sorts of fucked up. Bruises, missing teeth, olive-colored skin, dirty and mangy blonde hair. Eyes are fucked. Maybe one was glass or heterochromia, but one is darting around and the other looking at me. Invites me over, gives me soup and a glass of orange juice. Starts talking to me in random blurbs about being lost, how this is home and we're safe. He can help me out if he knows where I live. Just sort of relax. Happy to be with someone in this dark area with the light. Soup was some of that sort of tomato-based soup with carrots and potatoes and stuff. Hobo asks where I live. Yeah, you should tell the homeless guy where you live. You should totally tell the hobo where you live. It's hard to understand him due to his blabbering and accent. I tell him my suburban neighborhood name. Oh my god. They have weird names like the Sunrise, Valencia, Florecitas. Oh, they're in like California or somewhere, I'd bet. He nods and clasps his hands, carries me on his back, and walks into the dark with a large cane and a satchel. I'm just dumbfounded and too tired / scared to resist. Keeps talking to me, mostly telling me to calm down and not worry about a thing, though everything else is not going through because, again, he speaks like a weird fuck. Spend a long time walking, can hear water dripping, his footsteps on water and occasionally stone. Hear a long moan going off in the distance and splashes of water. Get scared. Guy tells me to hush down and not to grab his hair so tight. Continue, though Guy is going faster. Moans turn into screams, and thrashing water sounds like several snakes hissing and dog-like screeching running towards us. Hobo starts running. I scream. I feel a needle piercing my arm. Pass out. Dizzy, going in and out of memory. I remember Guy apologizing and rushing me through somewhere. I can see orange dim lights and pipes. Hear a man screaming something angrily. See him swinging a cane at something. Wake up at the side of manhole next to my neighborhood. Covered in filth, exhausted. It's almost nighttime. Enter home. Family and co had been looking for me like 6 hours. No clue what happened. Felt better after a day of rest. Told them I got lost at the canal. I got grounded for a week. Never went back there except with dogs and Dad on occasional walks. Never went near those water drains again. Damn, he entered like the hobo Resident Evil world. That's where he went. he went to hobo Resident Evil land. That's good. I'm enjoying that. Oh, damn, this stream really is low latency. So I got it on my phone here because I'm a boomer. And I don't have any better monitoring technology, but I try to see how the stream's doing in terms of like shit breaking or latency. And it used to be like 30 seconds, and now it's like 1 second. It's pretty damn good, if I do say so myself. Oh, take another big sip. Let's find another green text. Actually, you know what might be fun? Hold on. The worst of 2-sentence horror. Bad 2-sentence horror. Okay. That's a good one. Top all time. So we'll do now reading r/bad 2-sentence horror. There we go. That kind of works, right? There we go. Now rating r/bad 2-sentence horror. I mean, eventually you'll see the whole thing, but you get the idea. You get the idea. Okay, we're reading spooky shit. I was initially gonna play more games in between, but that first game took 40 minutes, and I don't want to do that again. Yo, you just lost your chess match. Damn, you must not be autistic. Sorry, buddy. Jareda, call him the Arsler. I'm kidding. Don't actually. I don't want you to get in trouble, and I don't want you to hurt his feelings. He's a delicate little boy. Okay. Oh. Nah. How about we put a background on this? Outline. How big does it have to be? Big enough. We're gonna make it black. Dark. Actually, we'll put it at 100. How fucking high does it go? Okay, it doesn't go to 99. Does it go to 50? Oh my god, I gotta go slowly up. I gotta go very slowly up. I gotta go ever so slowly up. Oh, it only goes up to 20? Maybe it's background. No. Ah, there we go. Now you get it. You got my little header that says I'm reading bad 2-sentence horror. All right, there we go. Let's F11 this hoe. Wait. Let's F11 this hoe. Okay, so this is as good as it's gonna get. So this is the top of all time of bad 2-sentence horror. But I'm still innocent, I said. Why are you sentencing me to 20 years in prison, then another 20 years in prison? Because this is a 2-sentence horror, said the evil judge. Fucking goddamn it. Oh boy, I can't, what? Yes, you can, said the sentence interrupter, who interrupted my sentence. Oh, these are going to be really bad. For sale, baby shoes, never worn. The baby is not dead or anything, but the shoes are evil. Okay, that one's good. That one gets an updoot. That gets an updoot for me. Oh, hold on. Is it a boy or a girl? Asked my pregnant wife. The doctor, with horror in his eyes, turned the ultrasound screen to show 30 billion raccoons. That's good. Oh, you're getting me. You're good. These are good. The first ones were like, okay, these are cringy bad. These are fun bad. These are very fun bad. Honey, I put the chicken down to sleep and the baby in the oven. Okay, dear, I said to my chicken wife, because I'm also a chicken, and we have a chicken child, and we all eat human babies. Okay, so you're pushing it a little. You're pushing it. This one, you're pushing it. You're pushing it just a little, man. You're pushing it. You're pushing the limits of what we consider 2 sentences. Okay. Oh, hey, Grimps of Good. Hello, Grimps of Good. Hey, Grimps of Good. Welcome back. How you doing, man? Cash me outside. How about that? How about da? We out here. All right. We'll do a few more. Huh. That's weird. Someone just changed my Wikipedia page to say I was involved in a deadly plane crash. I said to the passenger next to me on my flight as I turned my phone onto airplane mode before takeoff. That is weird. Confirmed my fellow passenger, longtime Wikipedia contributor, and renowned terrorist, bomb terrorist man. It's me. It's me. I'm bomb terrorist man. It's me. I'm bomb terrorist man. It's me. They're talking about me. Bomb terrorist, man. That's good. That's Osama bin Laden. That was his code name. Flying Eagle to bomb terrorist men. Yes, what is it? Flying Eagle has acquired the planes. Flying now to the Twin Tower. The spikes, the grand spikes. Dude, did you know Osama bin Laden played like a shit ton of Counter-Strike? Crazy world, man. All right. Oh, yes, she explained as I put the ring on her finger. It was... It was Saturn's rings, and they crushed her, and she died. Me when I proposed to my girlfriend, but I proposed to her with Saturn's rings, and she gets crushed to death. Whoopsies. All right, we'll do another couple. No. It's tragic. That's like an anti-love story. There's a good chance Pakistani fella makes Half-Life content. He said there's a good chance he played CS with Bin Laden. Yeah, they're like, I like to believe they were like 1v1ing each other on DE Dust for years. Then one day, FaZe Osama doesn't show up to their daily 1v1. He knows something terrible has happened. Oh, sorry. We gotta scroll slowly. Your bones are rotten all the way to the core, said the doctor, and I was horrified. That you probably thought the doctor was a man in 2025. Oh, you don't get a laugh out of me for that one. Fuck off. Cheap humor. Anyways. You can't kill me because murder is illegal, I said thinkingly. Ah, but we live in Murder Town, said the murderer smirkingly, and then stabbed me. I mean, well, okay, this is like a legal discussion, though. Because your town is called Murder Town, does that, by definition, make murder illegal? Is that a defense? Like, are they going to drag him to court? They're going to say, we're charging you with murder. And he says, I thought this was Murder Town. I thought this was a free country. I thought this was Murder Town, man. Okay? I thought this was a free fucking country. I thought this was Murder Town, okay? I thought I'm in Murder Town. I thought I could murder someone. Not gonna be a big deal, but obviously it is. Obviously, it's a pretty big fucking deal. All right. What's another one? Ronald Reagan lookalike. Oh, this one's about to be good. CS players when the next map is DE odorant. Yeah, dude. Not gonna happen, man. All right. Congratulations on getting your first period, said the period monster. Little did I know it was a different kind of period monster, and now I fear I have broken the 2-sentence rule. Okay. You gotta chortle out of me, buddy. You gotta chortle out of me. That's 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I'm chortling. Oh, I am chortling. Brother, I am chortling. All right, let me check out my Lovecraft book. I'm gonna see if I got one more short thing to tell you, to read you guys before we go to bed. I gotta end off with something actually spooky, you know. Can't be a bitch. Okay, we gotta do something actually spooky. What is in this book that is not too terribly long? The music of Eric Zahn is not that long. Dagon also isn't long. In the vault. You know what? trying to find one that's not too long. What is In the Vault 133? What's that one about? What is that one about? You guys are going to learn. You're going to be exposed to real fucking literature, okay? You're going to be cultured, okay? Okay. We'll do the How late is it? How late is it? Is it 9:30? Is it 9:30? How late is it? Is it 9:30? Nah. We can keep going. I just gotta find a good one. I gotta find a good one to read to the cat. Because remember, it's about him too. He's learning to read tonight. We will do... Fuck it, the music of Eric Zahn, 38. Alright. Gonna turn the light on. Move the microphone. Very nicely get in position. As we move our... Oh! Okay, well, I just disconnected my earbuds, but I feel like I don't need them. Oh, no, I bent my pages. Oh, shit. We're fine. We're fine. But this is more of that H.P. Lovecraft book that we'll be doing. Tales of Horror. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, look at how cute he is. He's not going to listen to a word I read, though I try. I try to teach him literature, okay? But all he wants are fucking belly rubs. All he wants is a goddamn belly rub, okay? He just wants some fucking belly rubs, okay? I try to read to him. I try to teach him. I try to get him 1, 2, maybe 3 brain cells. All he wants is belly rubs. That's all he wants, okay? That's all he wants. But on to our last spooky story of the night. The music... Oh, actually, you know what? I should update the ticker. Oh, I gotta update the ticker. Hold on, the ticker. Oh. Hold on. The music of Erich Zahn. H.P. Lovecraft. See, Lovecraftin'. Do you know H.P. Lovecraft's favorite game was Minecraft? Update the what? The ticker. You know, the thing at the top. The text you see ticking? That's the ticker. It's ticking. It do be ticking. Here, I'm gonna take away the background. That ain't gonna be a thing. Background, opacity, 0. What? Huh? What did I do? Am I stupid? It's fine. Fuck it. We did it. We did it already. It's fine. We've got it. And look, he's awake. You're not going to play with the book this time, are you? He's thinking about it. He says, "Oh, Father, it looks awful fun." Here, I'll turn this off. He says, "It looks awful fun to play with that book." He says, "It looks awful fun to just bite the shit out of the bookmark." But this is the music of Eric Zahn by H.P. Lovecraft. Oh God. Okay, Doreen is eating my book. I've got to adjust my mic. We're all good. I have examined maps of the city with the greatest care, yet have never again found the Rue d'Orsay. These maps have not been modern maps alone. For I know that names change. I have, on the contrary, delved deeply into all the antiquities of the place, and have personally explored every region, of whatever name, which could possibly answer to the street I knew as the Rue d'Orsay. But despite all I have done, it remains a humiliating fact that I cannot find the house, the street, or even the locality where during the last months of my impoverished life as a student of metaphysics at the university, I heard the music of Eric Zahn. The Rue d'Orsay lay across a dark river, bordered by precipitous black blear-windowed warehouses, and spanned by a ponderous bridge of dark stone. It was always shadowy along that river, as if the smoke of neighboring factories shut out the sun perpetually. Yes, I know I'm not paying attention to you. He's staring at me past the book. Are you listening? I'm reading to you. Okay. The river was also odorous, with evil stenches which I have never smelled elsewhere, and which may someday help me to find it, since I should recognize them at once. Beyond the bridge were narrow cobbled streets with rails, and then came the ascent, at first gradual, but incredibly steep, as the Rue d'Orsay was reached. I have never seen another street as narrow and steep as the Rue d'Orsay. It was almost a cliff, closed to all vehicles, consisting in several places of flights of steps, and ending at the top in a lofty ivied wall. Its paving was irregular, sometimes stone slabs, sometimes cobblestones, and sometimes bare earth with struggling greenish-gray vegetation. The houses were tall, peak-roofed, incredibly old and crazily leaning backwards, forwards, and sideways. Occasionally an opposite pair, both leaning forward, almost met across the street like an arch, and certainly they kept most of the light from the ground below. There were a few overhead bridges from house to house across the street. The inhabitants of that street impressed me peculiarly. At first, I thought it was because they were all silent and reticent, but later decided it was because they were all very old. I do not know how I came to live on such a You're just listening and vibing. Hey, that's fair, man. That's what the stream's for. Dorian's obviously vibing with the book. He's very much vibing with the bookmark. I do not know how I came to live on such a street, but I was not myself when I moved there. I had been living in many poor places, always evicted for want of money, until at last I came upon that tottering house in the Rue d'Orsay, kept by the paralytic Blandot. It was the third house from the top of the street, and by far the tallest of them all. My room was on the 5th story, the only inhabited room there, since the house was almost empty. On the night I arrived, I heard strange music from the peaked garret overhead, and the next day asked old Blandot about it. He told me it was an old German viol player, a strange, dumb man who signed his name as Eric Zahn. I should mention that in this context, dumb is not being used to call him stupid. Dumb means he doesn't speak, like he's mute, for whatever reason. And, yeah, okay, so you told me he was an old German viol player, a strange dumb man who signed his name as Eric Zahn, and who played evenings in a cheap theater orchestra, adding that Zahn's desire to play in the night after his return from the theater was the reason he had chosen this lofty and isolated garret room. The theater, whose single gable window was the only point on the street from which one could look over the terminating wall at the declivity. Oh, so it was the only one that could look over the terminal wall of the street at the declivity and panorama below. Thereafter, I heard Zahn every night, and although he kept me awake, I was haunted by the weirdness of his music. Knowing little of art myself, I was yet certain that none of his harmonies had any relation to music. I had heard before and concluded that he was a composer of highly original genius. The longer I listened, the more I was fascinated, until after a week, I resolved to make the old man's acquaintance. One night, as he was returning from his work, I intercepted Zahn in the hallway and told him that I would like to know him and be with him when he played. He was a small, lean, bent person with shabby clothes, blue eyes, grotesque, satyr-like face, and nearly bald head, and at my first words seemed both angered and frightened. My obvious friendliness, however, finally melted him, and he grudgingly motioned me to follow upstairs in the dark, creaking and rickety attic stairs. Or follow him up the dark, creaking and rickety attic stairs. Sorry. His room, one of the only two in the steeply pitched garret, was on the west side towards the high wall that formed the upper end of the street. Its size was very great, and seemed the greater, because of its extraordinary bareness and neglect. Of furniture there was only a narrow iron bedstead, a dingy washstand, a small table, a large bookcase, an iron music rack, and 3 old-fashioned chairs. Sheets of music were piled in disorder about the floor. The walls were of bare boards, and had probably never known plaster, whilst the abundance of dust and cobwebs made the place seem more deserted than inhabited. Evidently, Eric Zahn's world of beauty lay in some far cosmos of the imagination. Motioning me to sit down, the dumb man closed the door, turned the large wooden bolt, and lighted a candle to augment the one he had brought with him. He now removed his vial from its moth-eaten covering, and taking it, seated himself in the least uncomfortable of the chairs. He did not employ the music rack, but offering no choice and playing from memory, enchanted me for over an hour with strings. Strains I had never heard before. Strains which must have been his own devising. To describe their exact nature is impossible for one unversed in music. They were kind of fugue, with recurrent passages of the most captivating quality, but to me were notable for the absence of any of the weird notes I'd overheard from my room below on other occasions. Those haunting notes I had remembered, and had often hummed and whistled inaccurately to myself. So when the player laid down his bow, I asked him if he would render some of them. As I began my request, the wrinkled, satyr-like face lost the bored placidity it had possessed during the playing, and seemed to shew the same curious mixture of anger and fright, which I had noticed when I had first accosted the old man. For a moment, I was inclined to use persuasion, regarding rather lightly the whims of senility, and even tried to awaken my host's weirder mood by whistling a few of the strains to which I had listened the night before. But I did not pursue this course for more than a moment, for when the dumb musician recognized the whistled air, his face grew suddenly distorted, I can't speak, distorted, with an expression wholly beyond analysis, and his long, cold, bony right hand reached out to stop my mouth and silence the crude imitation. As he did this, he further demonstrated his eccentricity by casting a startled glance towards the lone, curtained window, as if fearful of some intruder, a glance doubly absurd, since the garret stood high and inaccessible above all the adjacent roofs, this window being the only point on the steep street, as the concierge had told me, from which one could see over the wall at the summit. The old man's glance brought Blandot's remark to mind, and with a certain capriciousness, I felt a wish to look over the wide and dizzying panorama of moonlit roofs and city lights beyond the hilltop, which of all dwellers in Rue d'Aussay, only this crabbed musician could see. I moved towards the window and would have drawn aside the nondescript curtains, when, with a frightened rage even greater than before, the dumb lodger was upon me again, this time motioning with his head towards the door as he nervously strove to drag me thither with both hands. Now thoroughly disgusted with my host, I ordered him to release me and told him I would go at once. His clutch relaxed as he saw my disgust and offense at his own anger seemed to subside. He tightened his relaxing grip, but this time in a friendly manner, forcing me into a chair. Then, with an appearance of wistfulness, crossing to the littered table where he wrote many words with a pencil, in the labored French of a foreigner. The note, which he finally handed me, was an appeal for tolerance and forgiveness. Zahn said that he was old, lonely, and afflicted with strange fears and nervous disorders connected with his music, and with other things. He had enjoyed my listening to his music and wished I would come again, and not mind his eccentricities. But he could not play to another his weird harmonies, and he could not bear hearing them from another, nor could he bear having anything in his room touched by another. He had not known until our hallway conversation that I could overhear his playing. And now asked me if I would arrange with Blondo to take a lower room, where I could not hear him in the night. He would, he wrote, defray the difference in rent. As I sat deciphering this execrable French, I felt more lenient towards the old man. He was a victim of physical and nervous suffering, as was I. And my metaphysical studies had taught me kindness. In the silence, there came a slight sound from the window. The shutter must have rattled in the night wind, and for some reason I started almost as violently as did Eric Zahn. So when I had finished reading, I shook my host by the hand and departed as a friend. The next day, Blando gave me a more expensive room on the 3rd floor, between the apartments of an aged moneylender and the room of a respectable upholsterer. There was no one on the 4th floor. It was not long before I found that Zahn's eagerness for my company was not as great as it had seemed while he was persuading me to move down from the 5th story. He did not ask me to call on him, and when I did call, he appeared uneasy and played listlessly. This was always at night. In the day he slept and would admit no one. My liking for him did not grow, though the attic room and the weird music seemed to hold an odd fascination for me. I had a curious desire to look out of that window, over the wall, and down the unseen slope, at the glittering roofs and spires which must lie outspread there. Once I went up to the garret during theater hours when Zahn was away, but the door was locked. It's giving me Pinball Wizard vibes. That deaf, dumb, and blind boy sure played a mean pinball. Yeah, I mean, it kind of is. Damn, this deaf, weird guy sure plays a good violin. What I did succeed in doing was to overhear the nocturnal playing of the dumb old man. At first, I would tiptoe up to my old 5th floor. Then I grew bold enough to climb the last creaking staircase to the peaked garret. There in the narrow hall, outside the bolted door with the covered keyhole, I often heard sounds which filled me with an indefinable dread. The dread of vague wonder and brooding mystery. It was not that the sounds were hideous, for they were not, but they held vibrations suggesting nothing on this globe of earth, and that at certain intervals they assumed a symphonic quality which I could hardly conceive as produced by one player. Certainly, Eric Zahn was a genius of wild power. As the weeks passed, the playing grew wilder, whilst the old musician acquired an increasing haggardness and furtiveness pitiful to behold. He now refused me to admit... I can't speak. He now refused to admit me at any time and shunned me whenever we met on the stairs. Then, one night, as I listened at the door, I heard the shrieking vial swell into chaotic babble of sound, pandemonium which would have led me to doubt my own shaking sanity, had there not come from behind that barred portal a piteous proof that the horror was real. The awful, inarticulate cry which only a mute can utter. and which rises only in moments of the most terrible fear or anguish. I knocked repeatedly at the door but received no response. Afterwards, I waited in the black hallway, shivering with cold and fear till I heard the poor musician's feeble efforts to rise from the floor by the aid of a chair. Believing him just conscious after a fainting fit, I renewed my rapping, at the same time calling out my name reassuringly. I heard Zahn stumble to the window and close both shutter and sash, then stumbled to the door, which he falteringly unfastened to admit me. This time his delight at having me present was real, for his distorted face gleamed with relief while he clutched at my coat as a child clutches at its mother's skirt. Shaking pathetically, the old man forced me into a chair whilst he sank into another, beside which his viol and bow lay carelessly on the floor. He sat for some time, inactive, nodding oddly, but having a paradoxical suggestion of intense and frightened listening. Subsequently, he seemed to be satisfied, and crossing to a chair by the table, wrote a brief note, handed it to me, and returned to the table, where he began to write rapidly and incessantly. The note implored me, in the name of mercy, and for the sake of my own curiosity, to wait where I was while he prepared a full account in German of all the all the marvels and terrors which beset him. I waited, and the dumb man's pencil flew. Okay, it was perhaps an hour later, while I still waited, and while the old musician's feverishly written sheets still continued to pile up, that I saw Zahn start from the hint of a horrible shock. Unmistakably, he was looking at the curtained window and listening shudderingly. Then I half fancied I heard a sound myself, though it was not a horrible sound, but rather an exquisitely low and infinitely distant musical note, suggesting a player in one of the neighboring houses, or in some abode beyond the lofty wall, over which I had never been able to look. Upon Zahn the effect was terrible. For dropping his pencil, suddenly he rose, seized his viol, and commenced to rend the night with the wildest playing I have ever heard from his bow, save when listening at the barred door. It would be useless to describe the playing of Erich Zahn on that dreadful night. It was more horrible than anything I had ever overheard, because I could now see the expression of his face, and could realize that this time the motive was stark fear. He was trying to make a noise, to ward something off, or drown something out. What, I could not imagine. Awesome, though, I felt it must be. The playing grew fantastic, delirious, and hysterical, yet kept to the last qualities of supreme genius, which I know this strange old man possessed. I recognized the air. It was a wild Hungarian dance popular in the theaters, and I reflected for a moment that this was the first time I had ever heard Zahn play the work of another composer. Louder and louder, wilder and wilder, mounted the shrieking and whining of the desperate viol. The player was dripping with an uncanny perspiration and twisted like a monkey, always looking frantically at the curtained windows. In his frenzied strains, I could almost see shadowy satyrs and bacchanals dancing and whirling insanely through the seething abyss of clouds and smoke and lightning. And then I thought I heard a shriller, steadier note that was not from the viol. A calm, deliberate, purposeful, mocking note from far away in the west. At this juncture, the shutter began to rattle in the howling night, which had sprung up outside as if in answer to the mad playing within. Zahn's screaming viol now outdid itself, emitting sounds I had never thought a viol could emit. The shutter rattled more loudly, unfastened, and commenced slamming against the window. Then the glass broke, shiveringly, under the persistent impacts, and the chill wind rushed in, making the candles sputter, and rustling the sheets of paper on the table where Zahn had begun to write out his horrible secret. I looked at Zahn and saw that he was past conscious observation. His blue eyes were bulging, glassy and sightless, and the frantic playing had become a blind, mechanical, unrecognizable orgy that no pen could even suggest. A sudden gust, stronger than the others, caught up the manuscript and bore it towards the window. I followed the flying sheets in desperation, but they were gone before I reached the demolished panes. Then I remembered my old wish to gaze from this window, the only window in the Rue d'Orsay, from which one might see the slope beyond the wall, and the city outspread beneath. It was very dark, but the city's lights always burned, and I expected to see them there, amidst the rain and the wind. Yet when I looked from that highest of all gable windows, looked while the candles sputtered and the insane vial howled with the night wind, I saw no city spread below, and no friendly lights gleaming from remembered streets, but only the blackness of space illimitable, unimagined space alive with motion and music and having no semblance to anything on earth. And as I stood there looking in terror, the wind blew out the candles in that ancient peaked garret, leaving me in savage and impenetrable darkness, with chaos and pandemonium before me, and the demon madness of the night baying vile behind me. I staggered back in the dark, without the means of striking light, crashing against the table, overturning a chair, and finally groping my way to the place where the blackness screamed with shocking music. To save myself and Eric Zahn, I could at least try, whatever the powers opposed to me. Once, I thought some chill thing brushed me, and I screamed, but my scream could not be heard above the hideous vial. Suddenly, out of the blackness, the madly sawing bow struck me, and I knew I was close to the player. I felt ahead, touched the back of Zahn's chair, and then found and shook his shoulder in an effort to bring him to his senses. He did not respond, and still the vial shrieked on without slackening. I moved my hand to his head, whose mechanical nodding I was able to stop, and shouted in his ear that we must both flee from the unknown things of the night. But he neither answered me nor abated the frenzy of his unutterable music, while all through the garret strange currents of wind seemed to dance in the darkness and babble. When my hand touched his ear, I shuddered, though I knew not why, till I felt of the still face, the ice-cold, stiffened, unbreathing face whose glassy eyes bulged uselessly into the void, and then by some miracle finding the door and the large wooden bolt, I plunged wildly away from that glassy-eyed thing in the dark, and from the ghoulish howling of that accursed vial whose fury increased even as I plunged, leaping, floating, flying down those endless stairs through the dark house, racing mindlessly out into the narrow, steep, and ancient streets of steps and tottering houses, clattering down steps and over cobbles to the lower streets and the putrid canyon-walled river, panting across the great dark bridge to the broader, healthier streets and boulevards we know. All these are terrible impressions that linger with me. And I recall there was no wind, and that the moon was out, and that all the lights in the city twinkled. Despite my most careful searches and investigations, I have never since been able to find the Rue d'Orsay. But I am not wholly sorry, either for this or for the loss in undreamable abysses of the closely written sheets which alone could have explained the music of Eric Zahn. There we go. How'd you like that one? It didn't have any cats murdering mean old people, but hopefully it was still pretty good. These stories are peak. Oh, scary stories are the perfect background noise while doing other things. These stories are peak. Well, what time is it? How late is it? Do I have time for one more? Possibly. We'll see. Maybe I have time for one more. Let me have a couple more sips of my Coke, because my throat it's starting to hurt just a little bit. But I'm glad you're enjoying the Lovecraft. Obviously, the little schmuck over here doesn't appreciate it. He doesn't know. He doesn't know what he's missing. He's stupid, okay? He doesn't have... He can't read, okay? He doesn't know what he's missing. He doesn't know, okay? He don't know. He don't know. He don't know. It's not his fault. None of this matters. But good night, Glimpse of Good. Sorry, I see that you're going to bed. It's time to drink sleep. Well, enjoy your sleep, Glimpse of Good, and good night. Thank you for tuning in to some spooky stories and a singular short horror game that I did. All right, you guys have been real good. You guys have been real good. So I'll give you a treat. How about this? One more story before bed. I think we can do one more story before bed. Does that sound good? You guys like the idea of one more story? What do you think, Dorian? Dorian says, I've already gone to bed. Okay, I don't give a shit. What stories do we have? Dagon, The Temple. Oh, that one's a bit too long. The Outsider's pretty short. That's only 6 pages. The Music of Eric Zahn was 7. The Lurking Fear I've always wanted to read to you guys, because that'd be fun. In the Vault, cool air. What other really short ones do we got? I don't know why I've got I've got like the Coraline rat music stuck in my head. How does he how does he stay there all day so 11 people can see the bub cam? Honestly, he really likes me. That's part of it. I'm his fan. Like I'm not memeing. I'm not trying to be like, oh, haha, my cat loves me so much. But I'm his favorite person in the whole world. So we're attached at the hip. If I'm hanging out down here, he's down here with me. He just likes to hang out. And I try not to sit down here too long with him. I'll break it up. I'll play with him. But not tonight though, because I'm reading to you. What about? What is The Outsider? The picture in the house is 25 to 30. That's 5 pages. 6 pages. Oh, I really like this one. Did he miss the peak joke? Yay, Krampus reading us a bedtime story? Did I miss the peak joke? What? What story next, Gramps? Did I miss the peak joke? What? Am I slow? Am I stupid? Did I miss a joke? I'm sorry if I did. But I read you a bedtime story. Now I'm going to warn you in advance because look at the name on this. H.P. Lovecraft. Unrepentant racist and white supremacist H.P. Lovecraft, okay? So I'm going to warn you that in this story, like a lot of his story, there are a couple slurs. I'm going to use replacement words so that I don't get banned. But that's just, again, setting some background for maybe there's someone watching the stream who doesn't know that Lovecraft was an unrepentant racist even on his deathbed, which is kind of funny to think about if someone doesn't know that about Lovecraft. But we won't snitch. Oh, but YouTube, I don't trust YouTube's AI auto N-word detection. All right. Oh, hold on. Let's adjust the ticker. Now reading The Picture in the House. The Picture in the House. That's what it is. So if you hear the word Enwa, like the Elder Scrolls slur that the Dark Elves have, you know what word is in the book. H.P. Lovecraft, you be wildin'. You really hated minorities, Lovecraft. You really hated them, didn't you? Here, hold on. Let's... Actually, no. We'll leave the bookmark out. Oh, sorry. I hit my mic. This is the picture in the house. Ah, fuck. I keep hitting my mic. Okay. Searchers after horror haunt strange, far places. For them are the catacombs of Ptolemais. Ptolemais? Never heard that name before. Ptolemais, if anyone knows how to pronounce that. And the carven mausolea of the nightmare countries. They climb to the moonlit towers of ruined Rhine castles and falter down black, cobwebbed steps beneath the scattered stones of forgotten cities in Asia. The haunted wood and the desolate mountain are their shrines, but they linger around the sinister monoliths on uninhabited islands. But the true epicure in the terrible, to whom a new thrill of unutterable ghastliness is the chief end and justification of existence, esteems most of all ancient, lonely farmhouses of backwoods New England. For there, the dark elements of strength, solitude, grotesqueness, and ignorance combine to form perfection of the hideous. Most horrible of all sights are the little unpainted wooden houses, remote from traveled ways, usually squatted upon some damp, grassy slope, or leaning against some gigantic outcropping of rock. 200 years and more they have leaned or squatted there, while their vines have crawled and the trees have swelled and spread. They are almost hidden now in lawless luxuriances of green and guardian shrouds of shadow, but the small paned windows still stare shockingly, as if blinking through the lethal stupor which wards off madness by dulling the memory of unutterable things. In such houses have dwelt generations of strange people, whose like the world has never seen, seized with a gloomy and fanatical belief for which exiled them from their kind. Their ancestors sought the wilderness for freedom. There the scions of a conquering race indeed flourished, free from the restrictions of their fellows, but cowered in an appalling slavery to dismal phantasms of their own minds. Divorced from the enlightenment of civilization, the strength of these Puritans turned into singular channels, and in their isolation, morbid self-repression and struggle for life with relentless nature, there came to them dark, furtive traits from the prehistoric depths of their cold northern heritage. By necessity practical, and by philosophy stern, these folks were not beautiful in their sins. Erring as all mortals must, they were forced by their rigid code to seek concealment above all else, so that they came to use less and less taste in what they concealed. Only the silent, sleepy, staring houses in the backwoods can tell all that has lain hidden since the early days. And they are not communicative, being loath to shake off the drowsiness which helps them forget. Sometimes one feels that it would be merciful to tear down these houses, for they must often dream. It was to a time-battered edifice of this description that I was driven one afternoon in November 1896 by a rain of such chilling copiousness, that any shelter was preferable to exposure. I had been traveling for some time amongst the people of the Miskatonic Valley in quest of certain genealogical data, and from the remote, devious, and problematic nature of my course, had deemed it convenient to employ a bicycle despite the lateness of the season. Now I found myself upon an apparently abandoned road which I had chosen as the shortest cut to Arkham, overtaken by a storm at a point far from any town, and confronted with no refuge save the antique and repellent wooden building, which blinked with bleared windows from between two huge, leafless elms near the foot of a rocky hill. Distant though it was from the remnants of a road, the house nonetheless impressed me, unfavorably, the very moment I espied it. Honest, wholesome structures do not stare at travelers so slyly and hauntingly. And in my geographical researches, I'd encountered legends of a century before which biased me against places of this kind. Yet the force of the elements was such as to overcome my scruples, and I did not hesitate to wheel my machine up to the weedy rise to the closed door, which seemed at once so suggestive and secretive. I'd somehow taken it for granted that the house was abandoned, yet as I approached it, I was not so sure. For though the walks were indeed overgrown with weeds, they seemed to retain their nature a little too well to argue complete desertion. Therefore, instead of trying the door, I knocked, feeling as I did so a trepidation I could scarcely explain. As I waited on the rough, mossy rock which served as a doorstop, I glanced at the neighboring windows and the panes of the transom above me, and noticed that although old, rattling, and almost opaque with dirt, they were not broken. The building, then, must still be inhabited, despite its isolation and general neglect. However, my rapping evoked no response, so after repeating the summons, I tried the rusty latch and found the door unfastened. Inside was a little vestibule with walls from which the plaster was falling, and through the doorway came a faint but peculiarly hateful odor. I entered, carrying my bicycle, and closed the door behind me. Ahead rose a narrow staircase, flanked by a small door, probably leading to the cellar, while to the left and right were closed doors leading to rooms on the ground floor. Leaning my cycle against the wall, I opened the door at the left and crossed into a small, low-ceilinged chamber, but dimly lighted by its two dusty windows, and furnished in the barest and most primitive way possible. It appears to have been a kind of sitting room, for it had a table and several chairs, and an immense fireplace, above which ticked an antique clock on a mantel. Books and papers were very few in the prevailing room. I could not readily discern the titles. What interested me was the uniform air of archaism as displayed in every visible detail. Most of the houses in this region I had found rich in relics of the past, but here the antiquity was curiously complete. Fought in all the room, I could not discover a single article of definitively post-revolutionary date. Had the furnishings been less humble, the place would have been a collector's paradise. As I surveyed this quaint apartment, I felt an increase in that aversion first excited by the bleak exterior of the house. Just what it was that I feared or loathed, I could by no means define, but something in the whole atmosphere seemed redolent of an unhallowed age, of unpleasant crudeness, and of secrets which should be forgotten. I felt disinclined to sit down, and wandered about, examining various articles which I had noticed. The first object of my curiosity was a book of medium size, lying upon the table and presenting such an antediluvian aspect that I marveled at beholding it outside a museum or a library. It was bound in leather with metal fittings, and was in excellent state of preservation, being altogether an unusual sort of volume to encounter in an abode so lowly. When I opened it to the title page, my wonder grew, for it proved to be nothing less rare than Pigafetta's account of the Congo region, written in Latin from the notes of the sailor Lopez, and printed in Frankfurt in 1598. I had often heard of this work, with its curious illustrations by the brothers Deadbro. Hence for a moment forgot my uneasiness in my desire to turn the pages before me. The engravings were indeed interesting, drawn wholly from imagination and careless descriptions, and represented, and was, with white skins and Caucasian features. Nor would I soon have closed the book, had not an exceedingly trivial circumstance upset my tired nerves, and revived my sensation of disquiet. What annoyed me was merely the persistent way in which the volume tended to fall open on the shelf at plate 12, which represented a gruesome detail. a butcher shop of the cannibal Anziques. I experienced some shame at my susceptibility to so slight a thing, but the drawing nevertheless disturbed me, especially in connection with some adjacent passages descriptive of Anzique gastronomy. I had turned to a neighboring shelf and was examining its meager itinerary contents: an 18th century Bible, a Pilgrim's Progress of like period illustrated with grotesque woodcuts and printed by the almanac maker Isaiah Thomas, the rotting bulk of Cotton Mather's Magnalia Christi Americana, and a few other books of evidently equal age, when my attention was aroused by the unmistakable sound of walking in the room overhead. At first astonished and startled, considering the lack of response to my recent knocking at the door, I immediately afterwards concluded that the walker had just awakened from a sound sleep, and listened with less surprise as his footsteps sounded on creaking stairs. The tread was heavy, yet seemed to contain a curious quality of cautiousness, a quality which I disliked the more because the tread was heavy. When I had entered the room, I had shut the door behind me. Now, after a moment of silence during which the walker may have been inspecting my bicycle in the hall, I heard a fumbling at the latch and saw the paneled portal swing open again. In the doorway stood a person of such singular appearance that I should have exclaimed aloud, but for the restraints of good breeding. Old, white-bearded, and ragged, my host possessed a countenance and physique which inspired equal wonder and respect. His height could not have been less than 6 feet, and despite a general air of age and poverty, he was stout and powerful in proportions. His face, almost hidden by a long beard, which grew high on the cheeks, seemed abnormally ruddy and less wrinkled than one might expect, while over a high forehead fell a shock of white hair, little thinned by the years. His blue eyes, though a trifle bloodshot, seemed inexplicably keen and burning. But for his horrible unkemptness, the man would have been as distinguished-looking as he was impressive. This unkemptness, however, made him offensive, despite his face and figure. Of what his clothing consisted I could hardly tell, for it seemed to me no more than a mass of tatters, surmounting a pair of high, heavy boots, and his lack of cleanliness surpassed description. Yeah, he does want the bookmark, man. The appearance of this man and the instinctive fear he inspired prepared me for something like enmity, so that I almost shuddered through surprise and a sense of uncanny incongruity when he motioned me to a chair and addressed me in a thin, weak voice, full of fawning respect and ingratiating hospitality. His speech was very curious, an extreme form of Yankee dialect I had long thought extinct, and I studied it closely as he sat down opposite for conversation. "Ketched in the rain, be?" he greeted. "Glad you is near the house, and had the sense to come right in. I calculate I was asleep, else I'd heard ye. I ain't as young as I uster be, and I need powerful sight o' naps nowadays. Travelin' fur, I hain't seen more folks along this road since they took off the Arkham stage." I replied that I was going to Arkham and apologized for my rude entry into his domicile, whereupon he continued, "Glad to see ye, young sir. New faces is scarce round here, and I hain't got much to cheer me up these days. Guess you hail from Boston, don't ye? I never been there, but I can tell a grown man when I see him. We had one for dear sick schoolmaster in '84, but he quit suddent, and no one ever heard of him since." Here the old man lapsed into a kind of chuckle, and made no explanation when I questioned him. He seemed in an aboundingly good humor, yet to possess those eccentricities when one might guess from his grooming. Or to possess those eccentricities which one might guess from his grooming, yeah, because he's gross, man. For some time he rambled on with an almost feverish geniality, when it struck me to ask him how he came by so rare a book as Pigafetta's Regnum Congo. The effect of this volume had not left me, and I felt a certain hesitancy in speaking of it, but curiosity overmastered all the vague fears which had steadily accumulated since my first glimpse of the house. Oh, I know, you need pats, all right. To my relief, the question did not seem an awkward one, for the old man answered freely and volubly. Oh, that Afriky book. Captain Ebenezer Holt traded me that in '68. Him as was killed in the war. Something about the name of Ebenezer Holt caused me to look up sharply. I had countered it in my genealogical work, but not in any records since the Revolution. I wondered if my host could help me in the task at which I was laboring, and resolved to ask him about it later. He continued. Ebenezer was on a Salem merchantman for years and picked up a sight of queer stuff in every port. He got this in London. I guess he used to like to buy things at the shop. I was up to his house onst in the hill, trading horses. When I see this book, I relished the pictures, so he gave it to me in on a swap. 'Tis a queer book. Here, leave me get on me spectacles. The old man fumbled among his rags, producing a pair of dirty and amazingly antique glasses with small octagonal lenses and steel bows. Donning these, he reached for the volume on the table and turned the pages lovingly. Ebenezer could read a little of this. 'Tis Latin, but I can't. I had 2 or 3 schoolmates read me a bit, and Passon Clark, him they say got drowned in the pond. Can you make anything out in it? I told him that I could and translated it for his benefit, a paragraph near the beginning. If I erred, he was not scholar enough to correct me, for he seemed childishly pleased at my English version. His proximity was becoming rather obvious. I saw no way to escape without offending him. I was amused at the childish fondness of this ignorant old man, for the pictures in the book he could not read, and wondered how much better he could read the few books in English which adorned the room. This revelation of simplicity removed much of the ill-defined apprehension I had felt, and I smiled as my host rambled on. Gay little book, yeah, dude. You'll never guess what he says. Queer! Queer how pictures can set a body thinking. Take this in here near the front. Have you ever seen trees like that? With big leaves flopping all up and down? And them men, them can't be Enwas. They do beat all. Kinda looks like Injuns. I guess even if they be a little Afriky. Some of these here critters. Oh, not him calling the Africans critters. Okay. Remember, just because we're reading Lovecraft doesn't mean we support his racist views. Some of these here critters look like monkeys, or half monkeys and half men, but I never heard of nothing like this'n. Here he pointed to a fabulous creature of the artist, which one might describe as a sort of dragon with the head of an alligator. But now I'll shew ye the bestin', over here nigh the middle. The old man's speech grew a trifle thicker, and his eyes assumed a brighter glow. But his fumbling hands, though seemingly clumsier than before, were entirely adequate to their mission. The book fell open, almost of its own accord, as if from frequent consultation at this place, to the repellent 12th plate, shewing a butcher's shop amongst the Anzique cannibals. My sense of restlessness returned, though I did not exhibit it. The especially bizarre thing was that the artist had made his Africans look like white men. The limbs and quarters hanging about the walls of the shop were ghastly, while the butcher with his axe were hideously incongruous. But my host seemed to relish the view as much as I disliked it. What'd you think of this? Ain't never seen the likes hereabouts, eh? When I see this, I tell Deb Holt, there's something to stir you up and make your blood tickle. When I read in Scripture about slaying, like them Midianites was slew, I kinder think things, but I ain't got no picture of it. Here a body can see all they is to it. I suppose 'tis sinful, but we all born and living in sin? Their feller being chopped up gives me a tickle every time I look at 'em. I have to keep looking at him. See where the butcher cut off his feet? There's his head on the bench, with one arm side of it. Ain't t'other arm on the ground side of the meat block. As the man mumbled on in his shocking ecstasy, the expression on his hairy, spectacled face became indescribable, but his voice shrank rather than mounted. My own sensations can scarcely be recorded. All the terror I had dimly felt before rushed upon me actively and vividly, and I knew that I loathed the ancient and abhorrent creature so near me with an infinite intensity. His madness, or at least his partial perversion, seemed beyond dispute. He was almost whispering now, with a huskiness more terrible than a scream, and I trembled as I listened. As I says, 'tis queer how pictures set you thinking. D'ye know, young sir, I'm right sot on this in here. Arter I got the book off Eb, I uster took it a lot, especially when I'd heard Passion Clark rant to Sundays in his big wig. Once I tried something funny here, young sir. Don't get skeered. All I done was to look at the picture afore I killed the sheep for market. Killing sheep was more fun arter looking at it. Killing sheep was kinder more fun arter looking at it. The tone of the old man now sank very low, sometimes becoming so faint that his words were hardly audible. I listened to the rain, and to the rattling of the blear, small-paned windows, and a marked thrumbling of approaching thunder, quite unusual for the season. Once, a terrific flash of peal shook the frail house to its foundations, but the whisperers seemed not to notice it. Killing sheep was kind of more fun, but you know, 'twa'n't quite satisfying. Queer how a craving gets a holt on ye. As you love the Almighty, young man, don't tell nobody, but I swear to God, that picture began to make me hungry for victuals. I couldn't raise no berry. Here, set still, what's ailing ya? I didn't do nothing, only I wondered how 'twould be if I did. They say meat makes blood and flesh, and gives ye new life, so I wondered 'twouldn't make a man live longer and longer. 'Twas more of the same. But the whisper never continued. The interruption was not produced by my fright, nor by the rapidly increasing storm amidst whose fury I was presently to open my eyes on a smoky solitude of blackened ruins. It was produced by a very simple, though somewhat unusual happening. The open book lay flat between us, with the picture staring repulsively with the picture staring repulsively upward, as the old man whispered the words, "More the same." A tiny spattering was heard, and something shooed on the yellowed paper of the upturned volume. I thought of the rain, and of a leaky roof, but rain is not red. On the butcher's shop of the Anzique cannibals, a small red spattering glistened picturesquely, lending vividness to the horror of the engraving. The old man saw it, and stopped whispering even before my expression of horror made it necessary. Saw it, and glanced quickly towards the door of the room he had left an hour before. I followed his glance, and beheld just above us on the loose plaster of the ancient ceiling a large, irregular spot of wet crimson, which seemed to spread even as I viewed it. I did not shriek or move, but merely shut my eyes. A moment later came the titanic thunderbolt of thunderbolts, blasting that accursed house of unutterable secrets and bringing the oblivion which alone saved my mind. How was that? More of the same. 'Twas more of the same. Isn't that creepy? I was reading that in the summer. It was a stormy day on the beach. And I really liked that one. That was a good one. But I believe it is, 3.5 hours. It's about 10:30. I think that's a good time to end stream. I see a bed emoji in chat along with a lot of eyes. A pineapple. Oh no. But I'm glad you guys enjoyed Spooky Story Night. I hope that puts you in the right mindset for Halloween tomorrow. Lead all the way up to cannibalism only to get struck by lightning? Yeah, I know. But I mean, to be fair, that's probably the best case scenario for that guy, is to get blown to smithereens. That's probably the best thing that could happen to him. But with that, I will leave you guys. Because I have a needy little boy who needs my attention, as evidenced by how much he was playing with the bookmark. Your costume is the best costume to ever exist in history, and it's original. Ooh, that's exciting. Hey, you're going to be the coolest guy at the Halloween party. But yeah, I'll wish you all a happy Halloween. Try not to have too much candy tomorrow or get too blackout drunk. Well, I will be. I guess you can too. But I will see you all later. And Dorada, I see you telling me to look at the Discord. I'm going to turn my stream off and I'm going to look. How about that? But good night and happy Halloween. I'll see you all next week.